medie ahyase ewo National Theatre yehyiemu sada no a ye be kyerɛkyerɛ nsa no nyuma bebree eya na ebimo entias se next 40 minutes akro kyerɛkyerɛ nsa no nyuma bebree de entia eya na ye kyerɛkyerɛ nyuma bebree ne se Awurade Adam program.
Cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjir, the nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past. The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjir, the nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past.
The economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akutose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team. In fact, can anyone remember the NDC economic management team? I'm sure they themselves cannot remember who their economic management team was. Kukrudu, fellow Kukrudites, we were elected to fix the problems, and I'm glad to report that we are fixing the problems and we are putting in place the policies that will drive the economic transformation of this country. It is very clear that the economy is beginning to respond to the policies of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo. When I look at the economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akutose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team. In fact, can anyone remember the NDC economic management team?
Okay, we are all good party. You are. I want to be Bawomia. Want to be any Bawomia? Only good MPP party. And now me, I'm who America, and I'm good party. No, but I'm only here. I would have won us. And I'm a good party. But I'm still I'm a good party. No, may catch it over meeting so much when you know I have it. Yes. Over mistake. There'll be an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Let's see your empty galaxy. Whether you like it or not. Trouble. Africa. Or to make catch it in the club to say, why is ceremony to young man? Why is ceremony to young man? Now, what do we are Kenya? Who Pharisees because we are Kenya? We are Christiania. Who Pharisees because we are Christiania? Men come Muslims who want some it is said. When we have a Muslim community, you will go to jail. You will go to jail. It is a new man, my young man, I will not play tribal politics, but if it becomes necessary, I'll give them bombshell. So now we play religious stuff, we play tribal card, number one bombshell.
cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjir. The nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past. The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjir. The nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past. The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjir. The nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there.
Dom Pempemwa Majibre and Yeshia away. My father say ma Elder Sampa Ote Yinyanomoswa omode next interview ebre moti omonka and area the next force and area baby bia obi ana fishapa fishapa na mama mama Kwaba Embra 2026 mu I know say Munia Nana Otu aye ye no ho adwuma dada nti ya mama Kwaba ndi na ya mama Kwaba. All right, so obviously free last year nyina no ya pim so bia any edi kotwa 2025 is another year. Now 2026 no January we no emunsem no but say amount for nyom di January be to trouble so dia ko February o a chama nkrofo papa wo mo diskani nyina amasa your friend nothing could be bibia hasa January be yes 1,000 years yeah some rewe na Bible as small can say if you I feel back to say if you happy munyame ani so no afa ni aduru so January na ya da so January mo yeah cha papa eguso wa yakra hey just next week nyina na January o next week na ajay a betcha fucking buzumi we oni baby akọ so what wa no because say weekend here ba we ni em say 24th 25th meboa 24th 25th ansana ba kwase aba ye no wia na ewie je enru ana ni pa nyina ba June ye ni pa nyina ewu I tell you ba June ye ni pa nyina ewu anyway all right so afisha pebio na bronya we engrofo adio ha I no see some before hey baga for no buy na local for so bushia wo mo hey asampanio local for no bushia wo mo ma wo mo hunu say dollar no mo de buy no mo se sense sa almost sense sa na locals no so mo ye nyamo mo bahu hey Kwame locals ye bi hwa locals na nye ja wo mo kra otumi say amafo prepare say ne de besi wo krom a ene enye ye ana Kwame so ko ye bi wango ye bi wango buanhia we yes am asem yaka ho Kwame aheme wa hin yaka all right thank you me Facebook fans Fenu Bright Ansah Hosea beko hey Clena, today is your birthday Christian International Ofori. All right, thank you, Christian. Charlie, what man for do? For look good and sharp. Over the day. Fenu says, welcome back, Bobie. Thank you so much. All right. John Adri is here watching us live from John Ejiri Ventures. Shama Fonina. Big shout out. Shawa Nuhu Alihu. Is here. Thank you. Malam Zak Shahana. Malam, yeah, that's a friend Paul Michael. All right, thank you. Beve Danso, I join you, Paul Amenosoji. All right, okay, so good afternoon, and this is the future for Ghanaians. All right, thank you. Betty Pandamam. Hey, Charlie, you there? Adam Suraj, Kaswa, watching us live from Kaswa. All right, so thank you. Yemfana Asiama Chris Mensa says it shall be well. Benjamin Malo, Kwajo Fiagbe is here. Betma Malam, okay. Richard Aqua, also is here. Cat Coffee, Justice Samako, Yadama Sepa, say, moi join here. Raymond Francois, and so I say, we are baby Bia Obiano, Memamunina, ha, Memamwa Kwaba. Domman and Pempem, Yamoti and Ka and Newe, Yamamunia, Hamo, Echi, a ye taxi, Uber, Yango, Bolt, commercial cars ahodo nyina fuel stations yamamu nyina kwaba yase goyo filling stations che your friends omo che breakfast bankuni die hu ne die keka ho Allah oyo fan form Allah oyo afede na me ko ready madam bi comment na say ne anapaduane ne de bawomia concept bawomia idea we ne friend bold ideas Abdul Mumin, okay, thank you. Hassan bin Abdullah. Thank you, Abdullah. Oba Odiebra. Ni Ado Benjamin. Afedu Benjamin, all right? Okay, so ni Ado Benjamin, Afedu Benjamin. And that's the same. Rapito Capito Evans. Allah, Olai. Allah, Obanzu. Allah, Woyo. Okay, so Monday afternoon, Yadamunyina say, Obi bia wa join ye ewo ha bia no ye de aseda mamu nyina and let me just do this like 2 minutes. I'll be back. Mercy Chingo.
sokode no wakanchira katabin say you what unkensen Kwabena keja guma me yanko.
All right, so Kwame mame a Ridge Hospital na me say adwuma we quick one. So I think say Ridge Hospital last year na Raf TikToker no. Last year no mkoye hey no. But before that there was a video about the same Ridge Hospital. And this time around the Fourth Estate, as I had another documentary on Ridge Hospital. So the question is, what is the issue with the Ridge Hospital? What is it? But shares out documentary just it's about like 1 hour documentary, but we'll give you maybe just 8 minutes, first 8 minutes, a bit more fair idea. But question will be able to say, why always Ridge Hospital? Dear someone. Dear someone. Dear someone. So you can see a beer phone lines say amount for SP
need surgery. Then the surgeon tells you that the tools that you need for the surgery are not available. And so what does he do? He picks a private pharmacy form, scribbles on it, and then suddenly your entire life is tied to a system outside the hospital's walls. Is this relatable? This is the beginning of a very interesting story we term medical kalabuli. The Fourth Estate has uncovered a scheme that preys on the desperation of critically ill patients and their families. But what is the ideal situation?
In an ideal system, we should not have patients being tossed around to buy specific things that the health system is supposed to have to resolve their problem. When you do that, you may actually make the practitioners and the patients both victims of an inhumanely set up healthcare system. But then also, we may lie the window of opportunism that some practitioners may then take advantage of these inefficiencies in our system to then unfairly, for pecuniary reasons, to then exploit vulnerable patients.
Perfect Sunday, not her real name, but a name we changed to protect her, landed in Accra from Nigeria on 24th July 2024. She had tirelessly raised $10,000 through crowdfunding from strangers, friends, family for her brother's brain tumor surgery. The brother, Adebayo, could not have a surgery done in Nigeria because, according to Perfect, Nigeria lacked the equipment needed.
Looking at the financial implication, it looked like number one, we had to deal with visa if we were going to Morocco, and also the professor told us he can't really say anything until we come for consultation, which was a big financial risk because we can't go through all the stress of going to Morocco just for consultation. What if he said he doesn't want to do it? So that's why Morocco was out of it. So we were left with the option of Ghana.
They checked into Ridge Hospital praying they would return to Nigeria with good news. After a quick assessment, she was handed a specialized request form. This form is used to prescribe surgical tools, equipment, and consumables. Well, this form is not a Ridge Hospital or Ghana Health Service prescription form, but a private pharmacy called Access Pharmacy. Look closely under the column titled Fractures, Types, and Pathology. This simply means the scientific study of disease. The prescriber, Dr. Hassan Andani, who indicated he signed for Prof. Kaba, lists the condition and what is needed for the surgery. Dr. Kaba is currently the Director General of the Ghana Health Service. The equipment needed for the surgery and the condition of the patient was described as brainstem tumor for neuronavigation and endoscopic assisted. If you look closely, you can also realize that the tools are also coded 031 and 032. These items aren't things you take home. The state invested this equipment specifically to support the historic separation of the conjoined twins in 2022, a procedure that drew national attention. Ridge Hospital inherited the equipment after the surgery. In fact, it's a great investment that the surgeons of Ridge Hospital are proud of.
So this is something we actually want to introduce into our learning process in the country because this is the future of medicine. Normally when you do an X-ray or CT scan or MRI, you have a 2D in front of you. You can't actually see behind it. But this one you can see behind, you can see from top, bottom, up, down. So we think it's extremely important for that. For the patient and the family, in our experience is that when you tell a patient that you have a clot in your brain, you have a tumor in your brain or in your spine, it's like you've condemned the person to death. They don't understand, they get scared. But when you give it to them and show them that, look, this is the problem and this is the way we're going to approach it, they become more relaxed, they tend to be more cooperative, and it's extremely good for patient care. It actually ups the quality of care we give to our patient.
Dr. Divine Bayumbala, the Registrar of the Ghana Medical and Dental Council, is stunned.
Even though it's a photocopied document, on the face of it is an indication that the patient was seen in a public facility and this prescription is issuing from that public facility. There are other things that are here we will need further explanation. For example, is it that it is a whole system? Because the system that is in reference here is something that will be there for use for several patients. So even though no specific amount is quoted, is it for use of the system in the public facility? Or they are procuring a part of it, some accessory from the private place to be used in the public place? It is all muddled up, and these are clear instances of, on the face of it, something that is professionally irregular, inconsistent with established professional norms.
The further stage reached out to Dr. Hassan Andani for an interview. We wanted to know who asked him to use the Access Pharmacy form. He stated that he was merely a trainee neurosurgeon and directed us to contact the appropriate authorities at the hospital. We subsequently wrote the medical director of the Ridge Hospital, Dr. Leslie Adams Zakaria, requesting that Dr. Hassan Andani and the neurosurgical team be made available for an interview on the issue. Despite repeated follow-ups, our requests were ignored. Perfect is given a number to contact Access Pharmacy.
So when I went there, my first observation was the pharmacy was really small. It looked more like a chemist than a pharmacy. So I actually thought I was in the wrong place and maybe there are like different Access pharmacies. So I still put it on Google Map and it showed me I was on the right place.
This is from the 4th estate, Juma Omoye on Ridge Hospital. And last year, there were issues with Ridge Hospital, but it seems yes, it has become a norm. Ridge Hospital, but the Obia can say they are very reckless, very useless people. They are thieves. And Crawford use a whole lot of adjectives for them. Sometimes they deny, sometimes they are caught on camera. And I'm sure say okay, so in the Ministry of Health released a statement on 4th estate and cap majuma we me di betwa mu keke Emma Omanfo. I mean, it's a wake up call. 2026. Last year, you had the same issues with a Ridge Hospital. You started this year, the same issues. Okay, so Fourth Estate investigative piece on Ridge Hospital. Statement no ha. Enti mo amu hu ya no mo betimi a follow up about 7 points. Ministry of Health has taken note of an investigative report published by the Fourth Estate Media House on the Greater Accra Regional Hospital Ridge, which has since been circulated widely on various social media platforms. The ministry sympathizes with patients and relatives who may have been subjected to any form of unprofessional conduct in any health facility across the country. Government remains committed to reducing the stress and the financial burden patients face in accessing health care. We are, however, deeply concerned and surprised by some of the revelations contained in the report. In view of this, the ministry considers the issues raised as serious and deserving of thorough examination. Okay, so it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. But the question is, Adentina Debia a Ridge Hospital. Why? Here for any go, here for a year Juma or because me sure say for the past years and for accusing Ridge Hospital, no, the same people there. I'm not too sure. Almost the same Crawford and Crawford, but no, the same thing, the same behavior, the same character, the same output, the same boneno. And a hospital one sunsun money tia na obi be ya adwuma wo ha na sunsun money na be wura ni mu na say what is the issue? There be panet Ridge Hospital. There be panet. And you have people complaining always about Ridge Hospital. People complaining always about Ridge Hospital. For the past 3 years, every year, a health scandal be pure health sector will be na a Ridge Hospital. Unwadekro. Mamene Jojo Kwabena, associate editor, Fourth Estate, enye Jumarket be Jojo Akwaba.
Oh, yenya.
Boko de minia.
Yeah, boko.
Yeah, de nyamiase efinsha paso.
I think I'm saying.
So Jojo, my share a Fourth Estate mo documentary no a full documentary ni nyina. But adia me busa me won say a na a keke mama mo years are follow ups and mamma to me put this documentary way together.
Oh, once a Juma, they be information if we call for her. Into many times in for complaining. Into onona Emma Kenya. For example, there's one part on the Yamabai. One very interesting thing. One say many times amputations are you try go for nine. You were two used to your friend Jigsaw. Say we go the most expensive jigsaw. It will be between 15.
No, me pacho Jojo position who ye kakra ma ya.
Yeah.
Unim ye krum ha network asem. Yeah, it's better.
Inti adia ebia ton be 300 cedis no. Doctors say e be ni ho inti nkofo ntia be 3,000, 4,000 na nkofo akutia. Na omode aye. And so
our Ridge Hospital.
Our Ridge Hospital. It's your Ridge Hospital. And in the part 2 of the documentary, no, Dr. Bakubikra confirm say or the from patients or Jane 3,000 between 3,000 and 4,000 cedis. Our the koto so no. Share internet so the most expensive so you the track for 9 it costed $15 down. Like access one about $30.
What Fabra ye sika no mu na ja ya hu dollar da no.
Pay 300 cedis. Ade 300 cedis na OG will be 3,000 now. ɛyɛ ade a esi
Oh, too bad. Rage Hospital. Hey, asemo. Omo ba ono omo best sound. Because just imagine. Anyway, Jojo, you are back.
Okay. Imagine say we call hospital. Call hospital na doctor say you be operation e bia na bibi body atouch makakra nti operation no. Say first step na say omo hwe ne ye wa. Omo tro prescription ema. But many times no. Omo tro prescription na omo ntro in the report no. Omo ntro Ministry of Health and Rage Hospital prescription form. Omo betro ni nyina e private pharmacy form. So now Oma director will say koho na koto. And okoho a won say okoho a enye say ade a okọ akodi no. Omeka che say ade na e cost XYZ. Ebia beka say 10,000. Untimi ndia no. Ono ano no witia na okọ. And it is not allowed. In the Ghana Medical Dental Council Registrar, Dr. Divine Bayumbala Ekasai no say no. Wrong say doctors bet now omo public hospital. I refer for on a private pharmacy part. So omo nkotonya mana. It is totally wrong. Into akase or can say after this no person investigate it. Now one very interesting thing. Not young boy be onya brain tumor. Into say ombe surgery ni we no. Your director no call private pharmacy, IFN Access Pharmacy. So onko to nyama ebe operation no. Na nyama ebe operation consumables, small consumables on be. At the end of the day no, omo charge unipa no $7,000. $7,000 no. At that time na over 103,000 Ghana cedis. But unfortunately, ni surgery we na unipa ni wuye. Unipa ni wuye no. Ena na odiare ho na opeso oped body na akwakosi ena nkofo no kache ena nkofo say no untia obe ona so na se metia $7,000 ena hospital for ni bisa say na $7,000 no utia ma wan and also private pharmacy and also yeah that one metia marriage hospital inti then that is where that on a picky me interest into from that time no ena mene sa abemu ne nyaba ekasa no complaining of how they had to suffer to raise money omo bre a omo nya over 100,000 omo nya $10,000 ni nyina ekoya ni nyina 7,000 akọ what do you call it, a private pharmacy, and at the end of the whole thing no Rage Hospital inya 25,000 cedis and ankofo ni nya 103,000 a private pharmacy nyama yede surgery. And see, issue a raise concern. I say you investigate. You come to know indeed what the situation is. Ideally, no okoye surgery. The first thing no say hospital na eto nyama no. So say hospital no ni nyama na kra. So hospital na lead. But we there omo private pharmacy for part. Ntu bana no macho private pharmacy part no maka jo say koho. Surgery. These are some of the issues raised in the documentary.
But Jojo, my membusa question me. These kind of issues, minimum cry for the past 3 years. Last year there was an issue with some TikTok abi on a Rage Hospital for year. Last 2 years also. There were a documentary from one journalist on Rage Hospital. Jojo, why always Rage Hospital? But I think they are notable of doing these kind of fraud stuff. Why Rage Hospital?
Only the mean because part 2 no ube hu say Kolebu Teaching Hospital for no so almost yesa. Ebia, for example, work for hospital. Uko hospital, I say by your surgery. we be say o surgeon e be cost an almost e be cost be 7,000 cedis na afi oma ka show say okay but say o person we adenen tema and I will move you from the public hospital na makwa me no akọ hospital bi akwa yama and no be say oh okay so how much am I say only the obit 20,000 say na 20,000 is a minuscule then no maka show say well say uniska in the train into a man for bebre very desperate because why you say obey operation say biana waiting time over train hospital public hospital no will be like maybe 6 months or 7 months but wait there I did cost be 7,000 on by am or fast it will be before for 20,000 these are some of the issues that will be coming up like in the subsequent
but Jojo, these are issues we know. Yes, now we are getting evidences to back it. But idea way it has been with us for how many years? Only God knows.
Yeah, and one thing they say call to be like in that particular situation when especially me they not mean shit that in him into that me who and I'm so no and they say you could inside like a person I mean investigate. Okay,
Ridge Hospital or Kolebu or whatever. Do you think, do they care about your expose?
Well, I would say, there are some doctors who actually are very genuine. It would be very wrong to actually say doctors who are bad. But there are some who are very, 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 very good. So there are some definitely may sure say they care about all these things and they want to see a change because at the end of the day they say you like you will not understand.
Jojo, this is something we Ghanaians ya complaining ebi anyame na moso now exposing and I say throw more light on it. And we appreciate your work. But I Ghana for free Rollins military time in the 80s, in the 90s, in the car. And I mean, do you really think that do they care about where expose? But why expose and so what?
I think the very good ones will care. The very bad ones no. Pay ways of still doing the bad thing. But the most important thing they say are buying settle down. Now Oprania, they don't say okay, how do we solve this problem? And that is the reason why we did it. We did the story because you can say that system of illegal prescriptions, diverting people to go and buy things. Because at the end of the day, you are exploiting the ordinary person, and we don't want people. When Usika, many times in Kofu Usika Mutquine, no, it's not playing Mono, any stage, no, NBB, say, Unte Bibia, no, which ya. But in Kofu Omu Nibino, that is where the problem is. Omona every ombe patch or because in the story, they say, man be a onya brain tumor, or no say, or no, or Ninchibi, or so very. Into 20 or so to so that he can have a surgery. So on the shall say people value health now. Good health. Everything is okay. It's then the reason why I say Abina pay more attention to solve this particular problem. So you know.
One Ministry of Health adi we won come.
Investigations no story no I say na bobo but Minister of Education already almost investigating. We are very happy say almost investigating.
But me can personal collaboration between you and Ministry of Health and I say they just mono mo en kasaya mono mo ni
komobia any Ministry of any Medical and Dental Council for akasa and almost say okay, Medical and Dental Council omo check regulated doctors behavior juma ensure so standards doctor na onipa na odi head institution no I been Dr. Bayumbala o say ohia evidence, no affair for doctors. Now we're starting investigations, any patients, no, so that problem. And this is the time I say, if you have a problem like this, a so-called the Medical and Dental Council, a so-called lodge complaint, now investigate it, because that is the only way you did me a survey. Ebia, also say Ebia, seek me, but it could be said the next one day you may not be that rich, and that is where the problem is.
Yeah, but in a documentary, no, more mention one Dr. B. Rich, Dr. Kaba or.
Yeah, no, that time no onye Ghana no onye director of the Ghana Health, not onye director of the Ghana Health Service, not onye neurosurgeon, now onye. But interesting thing is say there's this private prescription form no. One other junior doctor signing on behalf of him. Now they are called private pharmacy. And see at that time no, now you perceive in 18 kasa, you perceive say now, yes, sir, because according to the Medical and Dental Council, it is wrong. But interview, no on person obey interview, or can say, well, in Kofone, a better papers, prescription forms, the better more hospital, and see on no use. That is what he actually said.
But
in the documentary.
But on the explanation, what do you make out of it?
Oh, no, it is for the public to judge. Me, my expose, no. But I mean, to me, mum, they're not convincing, because at the end of the day, no, hospital amount form say ocho near unia for the surgery near patients no on the prescription and then diagnosis form. Now, if you use private pharmacy for the and there is a lot of conflicts, a lot of issues. And
now he's the head of Ghana. Medical what
on Ghana Health Service.
Ghana Health Service.
Director General. Yes, Director
He's
General.
The Director General. Into one documentary.
Oh, I may sure say what because and then it didn't and a bay and same brain and he no person be interview so say your man a text question or answer. And say your man questions he be sending some if you know one shut that answer ye. Inti Ebiana after this documentary, Ebiana will be open up. He will be called wake or call investigative committee because Minister of Health for say or form a committee. Inti Ebia Obok or Koha Ebia Hono Obia Ibisana Sama Obi Nanu ye or Obitimaka say ye. But some of the issues now Ibisa and are very evasive. Maybe San said, oh no cards or cashier, junior doctor and so on sure. One answer question no. But junior doctor also I can say on the near cancer on your noye into a patch of on the office. I think a wushi and the NT my honey big. Yeah.
All right, Jojo. Yansha Yabako, I am Ministry of Health near Kodin Komo. Then later near Meshe said the name of Bisiako. Yeah, that's a baby. So when you want that,
all
right, so that's it. Jojo Kwabena, Associate Editor, Fourth Estate, Raphael Oti says artist is watching you live from Nyanyano, Kasim City. God bless you, Bobie. Moro Salifu is here watching us live from Qatar, Doha. Yes, send me a message. Moro Salifu Bobie. The same people no one come mosque and sorry you Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Moro, asema me kwaka na Ghana for bu ofuse Bobie koka. Me bressa na ma jime na ma pe baby atna because the change be emba. Wo esa for ya na mosque. One na call Sunday, one na call Friday all night. Sa health workers need doctors yi. Ebi asofo matetin sorry. Ebi elders. Oh. Say 2026 no mama honorable the award from so Tanko Adams watching you live from Chado Plateau Bobie police hospital crowd the airtime yakeka you know I police for law enforcers no yakeka Cat Coffee says Kwabena Achimota hospital so they used to do same thing no ada omajai it doesn't care as papa young Guaza, young joining on your Facebook page. Thank you. Helena Manan Hopper says we are own enemies, Bobie. Yeah, Stone Master says good afternoon, Kwabena. Watching you live from Germany. And Nasa Al Khalafi Jr. Says good afternoon, Commander. Reg Hospital has tended to become a criminal zone. Say Yomon Kwadia, such senses, welcome back. Burger Boys, yeah, Burger Boys, we are here. Say Yomon Kwampo dia, enka, anyway, so quick one, my main clear way through many, Mr. Goodman, Tony Goodman, spokesperson, head health training institution, Ministry of Health. Okay, so, Chabana Kwaba. Okay, so ya share a year fourth estate documentary. Ya ne omo kasa ya ba be hwe musumo response amode aba. But Uncle Tony Goodman, quick question. Sa de we mimi busa George Kwabena say enya first time ni a free even soldier a penso cry health workers omunsuro sa boni we di. What is the way forward? What are we doing to straighten up matters?
You may say, my main chat here for you. When you are the woman, say, a do be has 7 back up and the man, yenya new direction. Had any be a hop, yenna, asamu bi ntimi nka ya kana ya jatu ho ya kana ejatu ho baby a me no ya pet some care nti ya ka ya bese be ka ya na se be su mache you see honorable minister na yenya no he is a system person opese yenya a different system is obia ono de emfa no ho se oye hwana wo health sector na so ya hwan health sector no so a good time also take a bold decision or be take a bold decision. And pay as me ba no friend say get issues a statement. Ye inform committee na committee ni edwuma. Ye ma manfo hu say 1-2 weeks pepe no report be ready. Na obi a hu beka wasem yi mu no. Nia wa say ye de etro ne de beto. Na we so ebe steve as I said there ma obi a health sector na also say or the Ghana for enkwa and I say yesi kasem ebe to chacha no. This is the time I was say nyina ye pull breaks no. And it is time. Idea ebia ye nyina ya te say wo ho ye ni bebi ehye we no investigation report number. Ye person ye do no every break ye use we no e ma sadi we every health sector ebia no ye fa kwan bi so ecc papa ye fa kwan bi ecc bonia e wo health sector we one of the reasons I can tell you say about health sector and also kakra
ma membusa o what anti health sector match kakra say edebe ne tumi mani pa bonefo because you say nipa bonefo baby ah e dey say media profession nipa bonefo oko police am nipa asoro democrat nipa bonefo ho systems and dey check nipa bonefo so dey be pa na atechima e wo ye health sector etimi mankrofo di sa abone no ebeche mfie num mfie nsia ebi wo mfie du ansa ne hu say ade ankrofo we eye nie dia
onim say hospital no udukwa na why vulnerable na otu we near and to be in Miserade e bibia we do a wasem nyina no feel say what the healthcare now including some poor na city akra undwen ho and to say baby a obekwa hono de we ni kan just to we say receipt for him aye we ni kan be bia be kan bia no we ni wom but health sector could do what they do be could do no e ade a more den into no what you need say nipa na anase wankasa no benya nkwa na wako fie na wako to awo dwuma so into na most of times nipa ehwe ho but I can tell you say ho and also na on bonniefo most of them may not even be health workers I can tell you say na say obi frame say yara should be a Cape Coast. You didn't do honor. You soon share some amount of money. We share, I think it's about 40 or 50,000. We share half, aka half. Who didn't say a check here? Make sure Cape Coast, not patient be any hosta. Your friend will be a anchor hosta. Your friend, if I know friend, or your friend, no. Baby, you can see about sound be ABP as if our emergency care be or some tend be a but in come. Inti idea ye use environment na dey nyame pi both yankasa ye dwuma ho ene omonye dwuma e wo ho inti no bibi edu no say yes e reset dia ye be use we e dey reset I make sure say enyina ye ko hospital a ni nti aye ko ye no anka yes nyame mu ne odin kranka ko hospital ye je osika there be. And until His Excellency John Dramani Maham introduce free primary health care because when himself how they would do what and yet at the what Bob was cano out of us what require you maybe and yet be pin and a door belco. Ain't no yes, you will depend the more bomb holding the environment, you'll be brain and so a until no more. The make sure say at every time piano your best system.
So, Yamamo and 2 weeks, right?
Debbie, Minister no any Akraha, or more you may be Western North. Committee on our bar, or making sure, say, very inaugurated, I'm more terms of reference.
Okay.
After that, you know.
Yate, Yaha Martin be that's the same also more follow up. Manager Jodin, come on, no, say. Wanemon kasa yempo na chese muhu documentary no ano mamoso yese mube di echi yeda mo ase enemy mu proactiveness mo aye e was asem we ho yeda ase bebre okay, all right. So Ora Tony Goodman, spokesperson and head health training institution, Ministry of Health, and attending can live on our Crown 100.5 Citizen Show. And I think yes, as Anya must say, you know, Obia send me you are sick Kwabena in some government hospital. Also, what I say, Jacobuno. So, not the cry. Hire you. Onipa Ghana ni what the cry. Hire last year, last year na Raf call. Reg no amukoye he no. Yes, Raf anyi ni. But, Chale, Usha Bonia. Ebinum almost see and can say ebinum. I did debia see ebinum. Debia Mike's multimedia says they are the same people who own the private hospitals and pharmacies. Some of them, their relatives own the hospital and pharmacies, and they make themselves rich by day in, day out. Okay, so cash out for no hospitals no any oma, but you see the other side no say you see jayama aban kwa so no be yesika no enema some de to sky some de to niema ko ayi government hospital no ba akofo be fa no ato Land Cruiser 6 na ayi tie dan afuso 630 wo abayo wo targeting say onya no abeware no ubehia na 65 years no ne no etetema committee 2 sport na ne tie na fusu na futan tie no na tie eda so no apake Land Cruiser asiwo ena no me call ayi baby base bi na papa kokra chese beye 68 69 it's almost 70 na utumi say akolai esha na odi Prado ni no utumi say obey chief director because Prado no 2026 January ye o na odi na bugalo nam say akolai be kun eja nanka ukra de enka samre na ene bono fear oh better what this areas ya say nyina muna the ninjas areas oh baba be papa 70 years wow. So the problem is that Isaac also say agogo Presbyterian Hospital a mission hospital as Bobie penny behe asoro for no ekroma asoro for ne nkramofo ne ye friend say abosomsomfo ne ekuya yo street for no omadwene mu da ho Street for no adwene mu eda opa because me hunu die nti obi te se Otabel say ya nchini ntum ni achi abutrika Otabel oye bad chain abutrika Otabel ye bad chain abutrika kohwe eye various banks a Otabel na oye board chairman na kohwe niema e course a enya bi ni abutrika sika yi a omu kura abutrika mu ne kura mu ayete no tina se makopam we no uhye we bi na ahye space ya pepem na yi utiri uti se papa yi a unim nyansa ye nchew no ano no ubekum nipa free ti kwasi asem kwa ene yeti krom a ena yedi na de abutrika ni Otabel gina wa adenti na ese abutrika eco prison na Otabel ne nam how odwire ho a wonte ase we ubekom no omo hospitals ni nyina onko Dominion Duncan Williams a dodo no aso pe Pentecost pa abonefo no bebre no pe Pentecost pa Pentecost say omtai habo abonefo pa ena ye friend say enkramufo abonefo no so dodo no awo shukura abonefo no ye omo politics no omo we akwa we madam Fuofuri ni din say kwa madam Fuofuri MPP ni oka say Ghana ebredudu yi Mustafa no ye Islamic teacher we nyina hase ne say no kura Quran na o kire sura we wo kire sura ko mention sura na no aka ne ketrema gwe na ketrema tie firi so omo nam ho so ahu timi me abutrika say me news no menhwe me hu ya na mebu afu mo koye mo political bargaining na enkola na wo street no a omo no ani abre no omo na mo de omo eye saade no BOG onko ho mo na mo fa BOG sika mo na mo wia Ministry of sika ya ban sika bia mo na mo wia enkola no omo nwia bi omo ma ho mo koduru a na mo kira abrofo no ba bia enkola no wo sese mo de mo fa mo de koma omo na mo no omo ache na ye kake no forata asem a na ono America ni bro ni fucking mind bi says ye former Antonio said there wa America ono ba be kire ye se ye ke no forata be ba na ase wo ma abutrika o meka bia ma no se abutrika no ko fa free wo de ba no mo pese bi be mamu ha no yes and wo fa free ade kode de o be defend wo tisanka ke no forata we kenipa enkasakura moni din kabi ma no but of far the ko ono omo na eche say on far lawyers for America me boa enya America for on tu omoka omo nyeska ni bini to me defend no abutrika so de ono okofa de ba no ono ne e boys na che ne kroma ye de this year swedru anya de bronyan swedru anya de abutrika no na eche no mo nkode ya ma street no ma paape abrofu sika so mo ti ade de o mbedi akire na de o ma afafiri ade kọ eno o mo no abrofu no kọ chene de o mbefo mo no lawyers no mo akabia mo no mo aka ho na sese ye ho nkire ye o manya ye timura sese ye tim no ebiso no so we take am me honorable ntimika no twimu wa be chechire no brofu mu akire abrofu na mo mate sese na meka nyam betua uka wabodu atoso wode se unimu a opa koko chire bibia mu chire wo mo. All right, so let's come back to business, and I think a serious matter. This hospital issues are yedi unkomo sa no. Amount for Raymond Goodwill has sent me a message be and adding. But there is another sad story. Me aware since last year. Ye nyina ye hu de na orato ni Goodman e kasa no. O kan sem bi o se wiase se unya nyare ya ye kan ye ma se ya na akwa se me mfa ho. Ana se bia na de wo sika enya hia wa. Obeka se me de me mfa ho. Yeah. Any issues about obibusuani ayira. Say new busuani abeka se me mfa ho. All right, so come get me some pictures of the lady, missing lady here. Adisaba Ezekiel says, Bobie, it will be the best interest to prevent doctors from owning pharmacy shops. That is how profiteering started. Oh, stop you moi. Messi abain mudi ja abanya. Kwasi ebi baba betema wie musike nyina di. Aya na problem no. Kwasi ebi baba betrem kromfo ba ko pe baba betrem obewie musike nyina no wadi no wasai abanya adwuma no. Because and yes, we haven't been there before. Now state only pharmacy shops across the country in Kromanum time. Share state transport. State transport. You understand? Anyway, so Ghana Farm follow me our social media page. Said this is not the first time I've been said picture way. Sad picture way Yenya Baba Kotema West NDC Women's Organizer missing. And family seeks assistance. That was as far back as July 2nd, 2024. Sa women organizer we oni JM picture ena edahono. Oni JM picture ena edahono. Waye juma. Me obeye 2 days ago ena ne cousin, right? What nechibane? Wow. That's terrible. Oh. All right, so I have this gentleman in my studio here. Ora Paul Anamdi. Paul Anamdi brother to nua beya Waire. Paul Anamdi otie one di nua bay echi. Tema West NDC constituency women organizer. Oyirai as far back as last year, July 2024. Not just a 2 years. Yes. 2024. As far as 2024, last 2 years. June Muna 2 years. And now Oyirai. Ya pim subia. Abusiafo ahwehwe na kira kwa bia. But Onia Bema would dinechi per ewo studio ase. And it seems yes, he can't just let it go like that. Mini Akwaba. Boko Pacho, come closer. Come closer. Wait, sorry. Someone. Paul, I saw when they mean Busane say, what happened?
Let me say, June 12, 2024. In Yankrafi, Nikuno, say we PFF, how much? One crack. It has to be 2 days. When him say ebia omo small marital issue into we pay obeba. So the second day, and then me say yentinenka. So the phone now went off. And since then, yentinenka bi me. The yentinenka. Aye bia
okunu ne say
omunya kasakasa kakra. Nti eye anopa no we pie fifi eya homachi. And since then yentinenka bi um. So don't know where or how or where she got to. Be a okudi sesia yenim.
Okunu no way.
The patcho all around.
One no ma.
Patcho Debbie.
I'm legitimately married.
Yes.
Couples.
Yes.
Akasakasa nso buy no amfre obi a.
When me say oni yes the penny e bon komo. So normally ebia
say akasakasa befie. Even before mo be hu se mo hu no.
Yes.
Odi kai ne mo sister bon komo.
Yes. Nti e wo ma oba sakumo no. Ofi wo ho. Ti but this time one ba sakumo no. Ti yes and ye bia
na as constituency women organizer mo bo NDC mpenifo amane
pacho ye
mo ko bo mo amane
bo mamane omo ya we ko asat oyira no mo ye limited registration it's now you're actively involved it's drew I think getting to the latter part no and then me say now on show up that was when I own say yen sanka no ni phone edum Ufrea and it's been switched off. So the issue was first reported at Soutium on in the community. Then it was now referred to the CID department or headquarters. In the course of that, so I think similar issue happened with Tema. A lifeless body, it's in Niso, and say Niso, and now it's Niso. So we were made to go and then check, but no. So the issue was now pushed to missing person department or CID headquarters. It's one another new echo up and down. I think all those involved in the last course or before the phone went off, the CID called them as well to also interrogate them.
Na omunya ne phone.
Phone omenya, but I think they went to MTN, I think the subscriber, to get the last dialed calls, any received calls. They invited those people to for interrogation. And till date, the entire should be
Mama metiase.
Pacho Debbie. Yes.
Tiaka siblings no.
Siblings.
Mo suspect bibi.
Pacho, yen suspect you be. So we PFF yantin in Kebio. You name the whereabout. Yabo party na money from constituency through to national. I feel so a petition as a family.
Na my member say we just a party no dey na party we just a party bit me bibi no omunye.
Oh, say before the elections. And a see so we're told say na me adom na party ni ba omeboa na ya hwehwe na chira kwan. Because in the heat of the elections, Ibiana omun to me. So that's what we assume. Tinyami adumna to me ba.
So would you say beer? But it's the same police system.
Yes.
Then, and it's the same police system now. And now would you say beer or these women organize and the then police system we're not serious about the matter. Is that what you want to say?
Mefane say omai itimu ebia mpenifo ansori a institutions sometimes don't really get up. Ebi mefane say na say minka say so when hands are behind pushing, I think they will get to work.
But onwa onima
Babako.
Babako. Now police for new okunu kasai.
I think investigations no on some invited no. I'm at the point where any phone and laptops for some days as part of the investigation. I think with time it was given back to him. So almost anything fishy on the phone, so it was given back to him. Ma yako Togo ni Nigeria na okofa Nsaba.
Okay.
Nti yako baby okofa distributors no nyina
busa wanase.
Nyina asat within the period now in just Omaho. That is what they told us. And the day the phone went off, the investigators told us a call off a war Kanda. The Kanda student himself on a car a call Lagos. So NMI a year follow up. We went to the Lagos stations around Kanda to check. Almost only manifest. I just say we have a fruka. So they couldn't help us. So we continue.
But we free fear at once no na obiani ne enni
ofifi no no ni amanfo kasa.
Ya no so way.
One chere the last call was to a friend no as they do which is okasa fi station bi say or be fie and the phone went off there. And the information we picked.
Paul, it's a sad situation. It's a sad situation. Maybe you're aware of this story since 2024. So I time na campaign ni jinamuno.
Sure.
You try say be who de kakra, but say na campaign issues no about be flashing. Na akwa. So it got to a time me Kaiser Samren will be frame me catch them say one ni kunu na nya problem nti yem so de abufo na free fie. So free one na some of us we thought say Niama I died down ama bibia until say me say who message I want me messenger then me started say me follow up. So yeah, aware of the situation. Just that.
So initially, that was what we were all thinking. Say, oh, if that's the issue, I could take baby or beba. But up now, they are check. Baby also could be a yako in Yahoo.
Me who said Monsieur Ebusa Assembly Bureau Alpha say because at this point are you guys not ready to give up?
We can't give up just like that. At least let's know whereabouts with investigations. Oh, waha, opi waha, ana osheha. That is it. Our investigators tells us, they've checked all the exit points. Bibisa, checking mortuaries. There's nothing like the description we give, Obisa wo. I'm extra petition to the party, constituency, maybe called region, maybe called national. DHE. They be more time your friend because he's saying it be on my friend na be on my boy with investigations.
How many mokasa party penny for mokasa?
Me na me friend more. Me na me friend more. ko letters no ko na gab wom na yentro monka but na me follow up. See, I think recently we met with FEC, the Functional Executive Committee, any constituency, say what happened. Then we told them, so we are waiting to hear from them as well. We pleaded they should help us with our and then maybe with investigations. Yes, and the body now mukuhu wo tamakum to 25 now a meeting. We know she wasn't the one, but they insisted they have to run a DNA with the daughter to get to the bottom of the issue. And also, basically,
I'm for results in my.
So they be result in my affair. Result in my.
That's a CID for no. But Mumusa almost for. Montreal to them some more DNA.
The CID involved, no, Mr. Penny on not only a din common. Say Akosi saying, and the same response saying, yeah, ready. And the last time I checked them, say he's been transferred from Tema region to I don't know where next, but only Tema view.
But the records are there.
Records are there.
And they still make me a follow up with the records.
Sure. If we go there, I think we'll get.
Yeah, some Paul. Yeah, some. Anyway, Paul. Baby, I'm free, baby, I'm from Korea. The Rebecca and say. Mamo yako na mon shedden say enkomo we na ehia me say ibidi you never know radio there ebia na obi kura te baby na onim bibi eya yenim so yenya let's keep hopes alive yemo nyame mpaye na yenhwe baby ebekwa akosi. Once again, accept our sympathies. It's so sad, and she's a comrade too.
Yes.
Mama shedding.
The best say.
Yeah, Pacho.
The best say. Yeah, your man penny. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Yes, Reno. Any ministers any penny for omumwayen ya mame Excellency Jinana Okwajiman oyoba ti enua ba na ye hwehwe no no omwayen say ye fi sandima ba yeti nkramemu ye be se gamanche onkpa bufai ni owawo Boy betting a boy bia or the women group Tema West constituency obi bia our mo be betting a boy be hu natural kwan bi owo bia no ye ni beje.
That's it. Paul nyame mo nyina no me. Amen. Thank you for coming, brother. All right, so that's it. Live at Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Sometimes, Ayana Edding. Thank you, Paul. All right, okay. Ayana Edding Kakra, but untiming kanwa sembebre. If we say, and you must say, you know, talking about it. Sometimes, too tough. Too tough. But yes, say baby abusia emwabia befria bebia mwa befria bebia no omo mbetimi aboa no omo nsum kakra na omo emboa because enye ni kasem. Just imagine your sister, your blood sister, and even if say nipane Adam phone pa somebody you talk to every day, then for almost 2 years now on tinin voice. There is nothing. I mean, bibia anywhere o te fa no ho. Enyasem papa biasa. Enyasem de. And ade a homete. Se aboafo wo mo bia wo mbetumi aboa. Omo try na omo mboa kakra because it's sad. Jadem mame enye sa adwuma we ansa na ye beko break no kwa me na eye ade a enkomo ana e Wall Street ni mu nada. So let me just take some few minutes na yente sa enkomo no free o ade no adane amanfo atasitase na wo mu hunu ba bia wo mo mfamfa na wo mo ebre na wo onse ye ba beto aba no ye ba beto aba 2024 ye ti krom ha Sometimes when you talk about the current crop of MPP, yenim MPP, ekroma yetino, yenim MPP. Yenim said ye MPP. Na almost ABAV. Wow. Say no, a damn no, a bropo, and a damn no, so say no. Out of 38%, no, 21% fubiaji damna fa. Ena woman na airbo damno. Ya kwatuaba, ya tikrom ha, ene nipa da sani kachire yese. Enya dia, kwame sa tapes no ya mumpebi. Mo kai se, kumasi kajetia. Omo nkrofo no MPP fo no mto ande kumasi kajetia no. Atra akachire yese se de nyame bo ade no enema bo eso nte da ne wiase asai omuka asase mwe wokrum a e de kire Ghana fo time a man for ani abre e complaining about enema ebo no ose hospital issue no okay wahu amafo ni abira no mo complain about enema bo no na omo ka kire Ghana for say say dia sia ya ne de nyame bo ade da ben na yate ne ma so enema ne de nanimu a na ebekọ na ese awiye mre no ba beso a ese ya na beye awiye mre no ba beso a no mo keka nkwase asem sa de kire ye okrom a. To be honest with you, even me, seriously, the rate ya na enyemane buone air kono, and na your problem. But I can't remember say me kwabontin ko preach da say montua ba ma John Mahama na John Mahama ba obetete niema boso. Because I me kwa na me nje sa theory ni. O tete so say how? Adeno ya ni mu an ye ko. Ye ma ya chida. So the issue about Montuma and this number tini ma boso no me bobi me nya so send this ni bi ekura timi ye boat e kan dia na ye nyina as Ghanaians ya worried the margins that obeda sorry at any 5 cities obeda sorry na ko 8 cities next 2 days 12 cities next 3 days 15 cities. That was where so the prices were not stable, there was no stability. And that was where na ajuma fo nyina ni adwadifo nyina complaining. So NDC win initially no one your friend say me was just me was just be 10 minutes but ochna mention that ye ho adwuma. Because enema two na topics two na me na ehia pa asa me into the ochina but kwame mame miracles abuaje miracles abuaje me kai se miracles abuaje ebe ka sa asem wei say your friend say enya dia on betimi aye ho ansakra obeka dollar obeka cedi ni artificial no me kai se miracles abuaje eni sa nkrofo no ne nkrofo no ebe ka kire ye se miracles abuaje be ka kire ye se NDC net so a enka dollar edu say 25 Ghana cedis miracles abuaje me boa o say you know check ma me here miracles abuaje na beka kire say senka NDC tisua enka dollar edu 25 Ghana cedis. We kura the screenshot to abenya. How miracles abuaje ana beka asasem no kire ye e wo kruma say NDC tisua enka dollar edu 25 Ghana cedis. Miracles abuaje onipa ba akofo wan yeka kruma hwe NDC omo elections na omo luzu a pamno twano ni nyina ne there are some key changes where they will do. They are, especially communication. Me who from Rollins time. Say NDC lose elections, especially communication system. No, said the tie no as tie. Me share them who be because at times time. And Tessa. Your mama say your mama lose 2016 no and about for a katekati near tell. So we no dear there be omontiase wahu Odia mami meye no kwa na techinuma bantinu meye just I'll just touch on that one and leave it. I'll just touch on that one and leave it. Miracle Sabuaje ena be catch Ghana for one ye ka womo ayi keka basa ni bia ya na obi so ka no adom FM wa this year ya say adwumasi ye be tackle propaganda for ni ye pa we ye dey prapra kwam ye be tackle propaganda for no ye no mo be ye kama ye no be kama here Miracle Sabuaje earn da ho no a dollar would have hit 25 Ghana cedis by now if NDC was in power. Miracle Sabuaje Miracle Sabuaje o Miracle Sabuaje oh me bie na no a Miracle Sabuaje na gu MPP o yes na se wadi aduro firi late ho en wode bae so ma tete ka tremaso minima dia debio minima dia Miracle Sabuaje timika ema baomianum timi gini di efesika ma ne se onfa nkoye campaign minima sam kro Miracle Sabuaje na destroy MPP Miracle Sabuaje se Samia oku na kwafa ne bae Miracle Sabuaje ewurade nyankopɔ hwɛ Miracle Sabuaje kwame hwɛ Miracle Sabuaje wakasen we May 18th 2024 say ye NDC ne power enka dollar 25 Ghana cedis Miracle Sabuaje minim adia minim alaji dantata okay so Miracle Sabuaje when the dollar NDC win ya dollar no go well no tie musa yen konko tie Miracle Sabuaje obi o ka kire say enka dollar no that 25 Ghana cedis
billion. Yes. So a fact. Those are facts. Me be debate here no. Don't forget I've already indicated say me no. I'm not taking any credit because SIA ya de babo mo. Inte ko here me any problem. Yes. But you see there are certain things that we need to discuss. See you view no. Ni discuss it. Otherwise by the time I don't be boy nyina ni be so ni nyina hwache. Obi what is happening to the city now? You need to say artificial. Abnormal. When currencies are strengthening, they don't strengthen in this manner. And straight away, no, obi otin chen bia oti economics ase bia nim say don. Ye wo ade no ye de lagatin bi ye den wo currency no. There is no problem. There are four things happening here. Oh, me patcho me ba. There are four things happening here. One, the fact that the dollar is already struggling against all currencies across the world. Back. But I don't put the factor in chain. The second thing is that international reserves na ye wono. So 10.6 billion na omampini mahama kan wasem no. It's a major factor. Major factor. Because what the reserves does is that it gives confidence to everybody. So make want to say. Then the third one no, gold reserves no. Now, a ho necessary discuss no. Because now what is happening is that gold na nkasa say ya tony ya the build your reserves no. Yenya na yedi nyina akoni akoton. Ya discuss so ba ya first canon koto ni a pumping in our system nim. Until we have oversupply of the dollar which is artificial. It is artificial because any real sectors no and I this can den eba ɔman na kasa na ahyɛ da afa gold no ɛna yakɔtɔn dollar ne ba and can say the building your reserves so don't make sure say you be investing in the real sectors of the economy na and one kasa to me are regenerating no you be na share raw dollar cash no
and I know asima kwa cash wa bodam no about Facebook Bobie Ansah my out day na say say miracles wa bodam and I know me so name Musa dan kwa say wan dey sisu o say an aha wone Frank Amoakoyene Asante regional minister now munya pipe ewo social media o ka che Frank Amoakoyene say ai ono no oba na ni kromfo late no mu num wi pa na watimi ako atu wi eni koken ase eni tramadol ewo your friend say late miracles abuaje na unim ade anka be ya me kra ya pa ne se me wo party ti se MPP mu na miracle na ya nwa se Frempo Boate wo mo se wo mo pam no Frempo Boate etwemanso na fie mu ya poto bibre emu ya tantantan de ya si etu a ne ya ne sei adi akamfui party akamfui from party chairman no omo party chairman ya MPP omo national chairman omo ni bi akamfui tie miracle sabuaje say gold reserves ya wo tam ekoton tio wo tam koton ena wo di sika so ba sika ni enti mumu koton ya mo di sika ba na fa wo tam ya wo koton ye no ya de ba ye no that time ye rose no enye sika no fa ma ye rose no wa sika no fa metua contractors ka wa dollar was $1 against 17 Ghana cedis wa ye to fuel 16 Ghana cedis per liter ye to be even diesel koya kopim 23 wa inflation ye koya kopim 54 enti wo no enti saska okay one father na mama me pompe ngu eye system no mu mama ye dollar na artificial yate enti wo this kind of he I for this can call here. Meanwhile, now COVID-19, COVID-19, ama MPP aban sika $1 billion. More damwa. A better no because asem we ya. Ubetimi atena se. Just what bodam. Just what you nye. Just what you nye. Tim komo no awomu dini nyina no akwa se yenye dede nkwasi adede yenye dede adi dede no mu ye no nyansa bia nim 2022 ena sa akwana ni tikiti sa adwe no ofosun cancer asa anomati no Ofosun cancer last week ye nyina ye social media no ofosun cancer aba be ka kire ye say osi asat 2022 na there be no see 7 cities ofosun cancer I need to say ayi anoma no ofosun cancer kan kwasi asem we kire Ghana for and that is the reason why afanyo marking ekoko suye ewo central region say school for any nje MPP hu say and that school for no musuan logic etinipa ba akofo miracle sabuaje ono ase senkandisi wo power enka dollar drew 25 cedis and this ba power na say wo mo yi nkonya wasi dabi gold reserve no mokoton na mo discount ba na mo di ni nyina be pompe agumu mo mfa ni nyina emura se road sector se himfa basa enti wo na okay so say na unim say yetimi koton e de be hwe economy no mu ama city ni stabilize ama importers ya omo no kofa niema e ho timi to omo say na unim sa because 8 years you were in power for 8 years. 8 years no na reserves ni bi wo ho 8 years no now so koton eba na de be stabilize eyeye 8 years no say ya de kura na okay eye different na oye kire ye Kira ye. Was da min kyerɛ. Afɛ deɛ wɔn mu wie ya. Kwame your friend say akɔsɔ mɛnu. Bawumia policy on gold purchasing program. Bobie Japan Ansah na memfa wie. Wɔn mu wie ya adeɛ na yɛ artificial no. Economy na yɛ artificial no. CD currency no a ejira na so yɛ artificial no. Afɛ dom say
which is good because some of the quantitative matrices have not been fully complied with.
Bottom line, they shouldn't take any credit for
they should. Why not? But of course, they should be honest with the facts. I believe that, like when it suits them, say governance is a continuum, okay, and we should give credit where credit is due. I am happy, especially with the gold board and the work that they're doing, which essentially is leveraging on the domestic gold purchase program that was introduced as a measure to deal with the economic crisis that we were being confronted with at the time. Under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and last week or so, or was it 2 weeks ago, your panelists were here and Senior amply, stated, and these are matters of fact. Okay, yes, they've improved it. They've beefed up PMMC, which was doing the program in conjunction with the Bank of Ghana, put in a few measures to strengthen what it is that we have started. It's a good thing for Ghana. Okay, I'm not the one who is one to do politics with everything necessarily. Okay, so it's good. But give credit where credit is due. But to suggest, and one message that you read a short while ago, that junk status, right, is what they inherited. Is it a matter of fact? And does an economy that is suffering the kind of description that our friends give us able to recover within this short period of time? A lot of the work had started. In fact, the difficult domestic debt exchange program, the DDEP, Excellency the President Nana Akufo-Addo himself has publicly stated that it was one of the darkest periods in his presidency. It created huge difficulties for the people of Ghana.
Wow. Yeah, Kwame. Make us some way. And then yadi rehuna ni na majai ama panel for not. But you see, let me say this. Sir MPP for anhwe yi. No ma mom paye. Said you bomb paye because they said so almost say Matisa Samuel could say in 2028 na NDC aye unpopular. Say unpopular no na omo twen. Say NDC be unpopular na omo no enya kwai aye popular. Yeah. Wahu. Na enru no mabuba adam. Adia NDC ni jomama beye eye nkrofo we no. Enru 2028 MPP beye abadamfo okroma. Ombe dwanto magu. Ebecha agbado a wayi ni pieto e wo studio. Ebecha agbado ya wayi ni pieto wo studio. Wombe dwanto ma agu e wo kroma. Wo de motia mo behu Ghana ni bia wo tie me awie yi. Emfa de we Messi enu 2028 ombe bo badam because enkomo no mu dino. Look, party enya 38%. Party losing parliament so miserably. Take your time. Mo communication no. Take your time. Miracle sabuaji se NDC winia say NDC ne power to say omo ka dollar do 25 and a dollar you say oh who say mo aya den no or say artificial say artificial no Japan Ansah akosho manu adanta ni ge no Bawumia ene ne yire say omo nyina say ye mo Bawumia ba so na ona alle artificial conditions no ona alle conditions no ade na artificial no Bawumia na alle ye foundation no hwenkwasasem se odamo a obede atimi ate bodamini kasa we ase ade na artificial no ye ntia se ɛyɛ Bawumia ɛna lay ɛyɛ saa artificial foundation no a sese yɛnya ɛyɛ artificial economy no a esi wɔ saa no. And now they are not telling us what they will do. They are not telling us anything. The omotiemu ane say na hwe na miracle aboje timi akwaji Bawumia sika dia kwa organize forum no ye dia ba asem a makwa fa MPP women organizers ommeka say ye ho kire ye yo woni ma dia kwa me ABT MPP for woni say e MPP for trim say NDC for the entro na eje eye akonwa no enti wo no so betimi adi sa antro ni bi wo no nyansa me mini list well as at 2017 2018 ni ani NDC for company for ko studio ha ye betra TB ma sedun ketia ne ofuso ampofonom se aden no ma ye din ama sedun ketia be kan se no o ma lose 2016 election 2017 no asase kasabasa ye nya ne saa enti obi anya abotre na omo allow Akufo-Addo ene Bawumia ma omo studio akwa me so kaya minili so wa ne Charles McCarthy num da bia ne asiesie edunkatia ne ofoso ampofunum tri so we na ye secretary o na ye chairman o na mo we mo nkasa na mo agya adwuma na boy ye nkola yi nko aso and this impedifo no bia call them quiet di no mo hwe wo mo a time a and this shase so mo kasa ye time a omokote 40 member committee say dollar no afa de ba bia etiafa ne nye ehọ na ndis for shase say ndis penifo be brave philosopher kwa chinim nyina omko dem obi aye din ene kai no omo ne omo twitwiri omo chief steer fa na so ye chima fa ye chima fa do ma chima fa ye kra ne abuafu say ndis for aye din dodo na mo de mo pasa sei mo si da bi ene mo ase entro enti me pacho Ghana ne awutie me enti time Kwame DPP your friends domestic haircut time mo yi nkrofo no entro obi na kodi intro kire Ghana for the late Kina farmer papa beka say omse pensioner say 800 ene wuye what is MPP abai beka say nya kire obi na di intro. You see, we will get time for these people this year. You know moha yanko bia ye be adwuma no, but there were other conversations that we need to talk about. In the end, we are dying. Now, my mom official apa. Now, men come say we are back on the block. We are back here, and we are back for good, and we are here to work for Mother Ghana. Live on Accra 100.5. Yenina bienta yetiha. Say nkoma omo dia ba ne say dollar call from fuel call from single digit dum so ajai ekura aka ho ayedin ekura aka ho ayedin ye no nso eye campaign say omo se ka ho ayedin na edie bebio o omo sai kan bibio eka ho eja betrase how almost car say dollar call from cry na say car ho ayedin o man no mu ayedin enti if say car ho ayedin adan dollar call from ai fuel call from ai say cry goyo for ema breakfast ai say bibia call from kra ka ho ayedin ekra ka ho ayedin amanfo salai yeti kruma Ghana ifri salai wo ka ho enye ne me na meti aboabo those days to a year 2000 numu utimi hwiri tare eye ka ekot ayi tafo ekoya dwumo tafo ne e ba o tare sa ayi e friend say watonchire ka no uhwiri tare ho na mo bo ho sa se nkola na mo de aba nti ka eye ho ayedin public transport enye na no mo se makoka se ayalolo lanes asai ayalolo lanes omo ejo mama na ye e wotesa no meboa ena 8 years ena abubu ya bubu no omo anye bi anka ho omo a okoka na adania before. But let's talk about these issues about fuel and car wiring and all that. I mean, here. So Oratechiado. Now Ghana I say no between Oratechiado and Apia Stadium. Me who some omienu why pan nim chini. Because I think say Techiado was in Kumasi over the weekend. Mebwa. You know Abedru Accra. I say Apia Stadium. Ha Apia Stadium. Ubetwe kunu yase wo isehwa kontomra. No program bi koso na wi awo ebia your friend say sunwane ubehu no. Na the following day na Kumasi akwasi there no. The following day JM Besne twema kwa adwira no awa adwira. Seriously. Apia Stadium dey my ya. I know you see much from. Anyway, I be minu anu abe.
If say o me ni dem an say o so no okutaka me dey ni public transport. If say o no okutaka me okutaka.
Any hu che no. Unkraka amponi. Say unkraka dey any game say e be dey pa. Yeah, because sometimes me say me follow. Me to be touch out videos. Me by 3 a.m. no sorry na omo social media pa no. That me monitor me to be who videos she date no that adopa be about 7 8 9 no owo be a TV station be so akra yeah or then I had my time no free because of time now e be an enumere program go Kumasi then
Bobie media ya na nya me nwanwa because ono no say you know say spare pass ebia na Kumasi for be fa pass wa
o transfer ko
e say me motia eja me akwe mi o fila ti mi fe du kro say e kwa pemo no ye nifa eni obenku enti nifa benku ye ba ko say we fi nifa no su benku
Okay. Anyway, all right. So Techiado is in the house. We have Samuel, David Aguado, PRO, Edema Concern, Drivers Association, Samuel Amwa, right?
David
Samuel Amwa Beba. Okay, all right. So Asnaba, Nana Radio Chairman, Commercial Transport Operators. Okay, so but Techiado,
yeah,
sa ka why day no ya
Commander I say we say no I go da be hwe wani
say ka won busa no
but Commander no
dia
ayo
ma mi chi afisha paso
afi ko beto
e be say menu hia e ya
afi hia
ma mi ma afisha pa na eduma pa wa ye ni this to me na Ghana for me chechu bibia because here they bring nya ne high na tell mu a
me metiri nyina
intro be cost to am you see babo thing ani what was Bobie issue we ho 2024 ebisa PA
2024
yeah you see media for anya ni he we say I did this time around media for omo ya dey ni
2024 paja microphone kaka
2024 APA pa
ojidi
oh yeah I don't phone it here
I see
yeah e buy pa ba anye hesi ya o e normal shortage ti a shortage si ya yenya kan fa ni ade ni a which is very normal but this time I know say akwa very kakra because I don't phone it say almost say spare parts in tea omo ka se nya aka academy it is say academy na aka fitting shop almost say academy
cars na academy
almost academy na you say okay na ye be di bronya no cars ya eye adwuma o e wo street so na if you ban say less than 1 week cars nya efficient ni so no ni entiase so entiase it na essence so e ban so e be cheche nsem say almost say spare parts boy dey bono kosoro it's because of your spare parts inti ama omo cars no it mean you adwuma dimi fachi biom inti ama show
drivers in the car
oh yes
David, is it true?
It's question. Make a sentence. Question.
It's true. Mami answer.
What's is true? Now my trust.
It's true.
Sana momoka.
Enya sana ye kan ye sana tie.
Eti ko na make am asem.
Okay.
Eti no omo ka sa no. Na obekaya initially no last year no. Time na dollar na say ba from no. Na here me no be ye programs several times I make am say. Dollar na ba from na ye. Na dollar from ba boti be ka say. Dollar ba from na adenti na mo bond be ejina na na eden. Ejina. I say will be communication one. Very important pa. How we communicate na fa no. Eso how we kasa wo. Kasa de wetima kan na okọ. Ba o communicate a esi fa baby wo. Almost say dollar na ba from no. Adeta mo bond so mo price no e ma from here. Mi hu ano. Nanka enye say dollar na ba adata 10 cedis anka. Sa part no anka bond ko soro. But e buy na stable no. Price is stable. Into mo say nanka ba 10 cedis say mo so mo teso. Because in Koya could do 60,000. Boni bi Koya could do 60,000. More or less to do a cry. Or but we said that imagine this cry or more 20. But a team could do 60,000. Yes, almost 20 even. Nagasa get me kokra yes because of say we are in the era of stability, era of price stability. So I say it's obia ye. Na brand new yamano, I started say one air back from. Because brand new man no pressure any so to say second hand no ana Bobie mame fa me kasana me yi list bi fa cho
yi me kra ma print bi
na me call we me call anepe na me call baby na me buy any ni no ye list man no oni ni I say
meet me here
come
okay bobo yeah
so why old a new price
we enne
there.
Okay.
And then me call no ho Scion 5 cylinder. Na ye 38,000.
We aboso kan shop.
Aboso kan 5 cylinder 38,000. And your old price o. New price near 33,000.
Difference no 5,000. It no so ope bi ata 4 cylinder 32,000. And new one here 27,000. Difference 5,000.
Difference and now ba Sprinter ba you see Sprinter no engine complete no your bakubo ha 312 no complete no na ye 65,000. Satan no don call 17 cedis no e call 65,000 na obeto we nyabotre
we abeba
some me say so what do you say ya yan cost ho simple e bi na me challenge media for no ba ya mo ko ho mo nse ampa no e ko si onua TV last week last week many of I challenge them we bi am ko abusu kan
okay
many of ko ho
okay
JB say captain one ho no JB many JB any Godwin captain producer no many of ko abusu kan mo kasa ko hu ye o mo kasa ampa yebu ha ma very recalcitrant no matter what you do on your beba hono no
okay just
and now 312 no complete on the job was no monton but complete in 65,000 new one no 53,000 CCA you kasa we CCA and now Sprinter no so no would that job was no 57,000
na 57
beba okay ma me fa ni biom Sprinter and you complete engine jabos 65,000
na
65,000 old price no and now no the same on about 53,000
okay
and Sprinter na near jabos in this no old price no 57 new one no 48
okay
and now over restaurant engine old price is 42,000 and 38,000.
I see.
So that say, me say, Agbado say ye kasa. Me do cost stores na omo ton no. But add na ya me ka bia na me just store na. O be so bad admit no. Agbado ye nyina admit say, Kwabena, say you kwap kwa say you kwap 50,000 kwap ne bono den. Den. Ba me man resist ntia. Se si an Kwabena ye wade bi wo ha. Me ni call ye ko program ho and am state man say you will demand and supply or in your scarcity.
Yes, sir.
Now, Kwabena, demand and supply no scarcity no. The last but one your munia. Yenya demand and supply. Yenya scarcity. I mean, sir. Near where children no. Last but one no. Your monopoly. Because dollar no cost 17 no. When they call Merakabaji, listen okay cano. A cost 17 no. Burgers in a German honomono. Any Koreano, Omuja because business collapse here.
Dollar cost 17.
Yes. Yeah. Now America, what you can say, dollar number 10 cities, no, you for the turn 13 cities. No, the same at cost 17, no, need be turn 18, 19 cities. Say if he doesn't know. Or money the cost 17, maybe turn 19, if you got turn 20.
That's the black market.
Black market. Yeah. Or no cast 10 cities, Adam say turn 13 now. It's true then, it's true now. And then to say
a black market they always say
yes
or black market.
No meeting argument to be now burgers on more Germany no SAS printer bas from Germany now Germany no omu jai say omu jai na Germany so say best Germany board now ho no say just say we be a we burger out Germany ho open adwuma now scout oko rounds utimi fi Cologne utimi ko Düsseldorf utimi ko Munchi ukope engine bi. But while we are getting here, we are local burger no. O kon yama visa be 3 or 6 months. O kon want to be a meet here. We nya be a 5 bia. This of farm mattress.
And the sauce
no the ba. O the ba so a. E san say demand na wo so no, e height no. Afa de but am say kan ko for be 10 F engine no, o the 5 aba. O mo fan the dance me the mam na. Cause one farm agbado am fa we eru do say the efa. O ho na monopoly ni e den. Ye adwuma wom. Because you know no aba. So I said so monopolizing system bibia or what I say on number 1. 2 political affiliation a play major role here nim. In fact, Mr. Sassy me no can be several times because they now begin on to say
so many times.
My kaka ene abemu say me can no. Now me because I've been there for a long time. Me know how we be operating wo. As so me can say me can because me can say ka ban no. Aban we no wa ba power no. O make sure say all resources in crop for America so 32 years and I'm say be you wa so kan.
No, but how do you resource?
Mami
taxpayers money.
There be hold up mami chilem. How? Kwabeti.
And you can tell me before so musunya tax to you.
Kwabeti. Kwabeti edwene di no. Say umpeu. Upeu. Ora ko for buy no. O man ko for nya loans bebre mamri she modwuma nim. And edwene di no 80% air accounts. 80% MPP4 yeah di dwano 80% then yeah di dwani MPP4 ne do it omu nya resource e she modwuma mo to mu build omo ho and akwaso anti NDC4 no
and the case abai man crofo bo si
say what am about that resource no say
now na bet any for the mama
beba Karamba.
Can I say by man crofo bo si
Karamba be say me can be back ho
the first one me no nya adwene NDC4 nkwa de ntase on the abai no man crofo bo si
mami chechim
me drum crofo kro no ane be hwe
mami yefiri ho abai no so no so beautiful na soft loans yeah soft loans
sir
na interest no
okay no
so we yes sana na ama demand na anase monopoly na ekoso no be cutting it down because to see what biem abai what biem because a free market free economy we timi ka so o yiro bia nti umma soft loans are the money ma ne ba more no na bo no so eden e ba form because e see ebu one for bi fa wo de no so gu ho wo de mani gu dem mu egu dem a odo ba wa tete so fast o je ni iska okọ we yes abe bia be 6 months 1 year some monopoly system no ebe kele marketing ebe call off say other than that no issue ebe dey ebe cost and about political aspect na ono fo say no miti ne ma so una ma miska say me fa ko fa niam kwabna me corner sa sometimes in some we make catch no being a leader nti no o mene na o mene a na o de se de e wo kra pokwa me ne ma bi kwa nka katoma me to kra ko no catch me catch so ya me bo no o pe ba me to so ya me bo no because na be edu no na ese wo kana ano wo dey you see eto no ama aboso kan spare parts no ama akoye bibio ho ena brand new esa say brand new no abegu market no bebire nti no one fa wo supplier kwamna wo de aba me di bi aba agbodo di aba we di aba wo di no wo be gisen faji 500 me di 400 it will be compare no order 500 no but 2 years so tentem because yet we fa o part number we dey supply China me per shocks absorber me per back we 1000 pieces 2000 pieces whatever pe bia 2 weeks time production ready the man we agent you do agent by 40 to 45 days no account out Ghana second hand net sala you buy the car but Marco ututu especially American can say no o talk as in we are car bia nobody smart no you $200 assume say 50 cars by $200 or quite scale come strap the mile that's it and also and justify say about price no you see hold because dollar no e ku for the time no just all the cities be here kwaji dollar kitu ebi then the mama time we wo the yi see the kitu ebi kwaji dollar be bring eti no ulu su ye
mame ni agbado nye agbado ayefa na wo ne tachi enya adwene
oni baby ameni tachi nya adwene no ese omo bo omudundu no mo sa no price na o say 65 no 65,000 enye no kure say 65 eye 60 won say di omo ye no waye na ma aye oje mu wa ha no na aye ti say di enene ya aye pe
okay hold on okay so hold on you know say eye 65 no a sprinter
engine no? Yeah 312 no
enye 65
enye 65
na say
60
and as say say
was say friends 53
there ono see ana say unim say unim 60 there which means unim na there
unim dia waka no me there baby twetwe maso kakra me am pe engine ato enti no ye wia me ne beko ni enti make us asem
okay so hold on so unim then
yeah
but unim now
no 60 na 60 your friend say 60 and I'm ba 58
time and about
50 yeah me okay and I'm ba 58 even kwa ebi da so gina 60 wa omo ba for
okay so the argument here is that there has been a reduction but and just said the 30% can sana wo ka
unim the me person me sha se kra na me flow ho the technical no
figures na dey adwuma and I will say technical 65
yeah
but na a 60 the people say no unim so much so na so mo ante so na say 60 wa and I will say about 58 e be the so G 60 so with you no reduction about na reduction my
na me pese me kire omu no bi reduction embaye unim the intia me say reduction embaye no near all ka say 60 no it is recently emra yete lorry first no emra yete lorry first no now it was 55 menim say ebeba be rise to way inti bebi amekobi anka mo wo mi tape anka mo bo na montie de me kan ye emra na yete lorry first no na passes no na e wo down all of a sudden omo jumping if bebi e ko no e de akosoro omu nim say ebeba be ye dede nti no
time omo Taylor first
yete lorry first no that was last year June one
last year June what is so say
yete so 15.5% and yete lorry first so
na say na engineer say
na by then no na engine no e be main shot free na reston na 2500 Sion sorry Sion no 35,350 million and reston no 400 until all of a sudden na yet lorry first no na reston free 35 no about 40 now we free 40 ako 45 emra yet lorry first wo and as a gimmicks no e course so until ye babontin be ye dede pa Emma price no ejina ho na even but that time no na price no kra e wo fom ukọ ene a na o matum kakra ukọ echi na o matum kakra nti o mutum ama ne bedu 40 and 45 and omode we no na we na kasampo na 55 a friend saying sprinter no I 312 no na 55 all of a sudden from 55 no omode call 60 what you say because omunim say dollar ba from ye ba betiem say price no e wo soro nti omun fambra from and omo artificial adjustment and omode call soro omode call soro it is a CA omode akosoro a ye bom no and atachimu aba eye me nwanwa pa se tachimi ni hia na ni 3 days pe wo your friend say UTV me bobo price ni nyina se ono wo record na on bontie but ene me ni na sabe shemu wo Accra fidi kese so ha na ti say dey okay ebia miracle so beba ha no wabe bonu ho adeja because ni ekoso na mo ka shortage no magic na John Dramani Mahama any nana omoye no na ama na basawo car shortage de e wo hodada but this time around ubi say de ntina aba bebre a metimi aka kire say miracle kitwe bi omoye ya dollar free 17 bar 10 petrol free 17 eba 9 ene kofa asani ama nyina baaye dollar free 17 bar 9 call 17 no companies ni nyina guye bebe collapse ye many companies be say 4 ene yejuma wakra ye fa wo mo ye de basis fa wo mo yeah sa companies ni nyina for ri manika baako na ye fa say dollar bar for me companies ni nyina astati enyane baako wakra many open some bobo companies and some bobo
I don't have it.
Company to say a friend say the company dignity our Accra Central CMB one more baby a friend Kingsway no
big company before the app
yeah company ni bar form company ni bar form na omo workers so yeah cars are ejuma wo honko ano 178 cars.
Wow.
Yeah. 178 cars. The cars need to ya be 110 or say 90 in fact 110. But see am okay. Cars ni na sa ba back. Ama sa company kro ya emu sa chem you know back wopo kwase. What you say? Enti say cars 100 plus na atia ba form na fi asa regainia enye nkrofo na beka ho sanso na pokwase de tema la pass to tema ye line ba ho anopa o fa nkrofo a obi abesia odu committee wana ebia nipa baako nipa mienu na wode beko habo na ye last stop be nipa baako nipa mienu na wode beko be say ulodu a before car no ebeduru habo no ebeduru committee wana no emu nipa be say 10 penny besi na de aka ni nyina de eko habo eno kire me say dollar no eba form no habo so asa peke what you say la pass to circle industrial area ebe if you are no past 6 o'clock ebe boss 7:38 na line so etwa because see am ene okay 10 o'clock 11 o'clock ebi kwa 12 o'clock to say ene Monday say me ko ho na eye me like me hu de me ye me hu propose ya
why
passengers line na ye tin ama ensan so da the companies in na back to life industrial area me can have no enclave for no sa rubber factories ni sap omo nyina o masa back to life inti ama passengers are back room na passengers ni back room no there be a shortage ni buy ni your cars no niema bo ayedin ama cars do na akoka shop me ne uka say me the station kwa na ye fato ho you were 250 cars. Sisi ya mene okay. Cars are car station ho no. Be say 170 165 170.
Yo momo.
Ye ho no mo.
Adentia.
Dodo na say aka shop. Enti me say na line wo ho kakra o. Be sisi ya mene okay say. Sa cars na free. Enti sa line no so. Asa be first me see nipa ba kwa na mienu na ko habo. Se nipa 8 na nka na omo nko djuma no se o ma be ka ho ama se no aye 10 nti line no se 2 a na abɛyɛ 10 na wo de multiply 3 cars mpo a hwɛ nipa dodo a abɛka ho
almost 30 or 40
bɛka ho a ɔmokɔ ansa na wo de ba bɛ multiply saa 170 or say 80 cars na ɛwɔ station no ne hwɛ dodo a abɛka ho nti no nipa abɛka ho no ɛnyɛ nipa kuma ɛne na akɔfa saa oyɛ ne nyinaa aba ɛyɛ yi nti nie me hu ɛwɔ me side de nti a ya shorto ana passengers aba kurom no ɛyɛ sɛ dollar aba fam ama cedi enya nimunyam adwuma na ne nyire gugu no asa aba back o se meboa dignity se ikura omo rane single shift first na 3 shift first na yɛkɔ morning yɛkɔ dawn na 2 o'clock yakɔfa omo na yafa omo amu fie na ba na ya sabe fa omo amu kɔ anopa no de akɔfie enwumre ni akɔfa omo amu fie de aba na ya befa omo amu wɔ hɔ no de akɔfie but say me the management hu and we breaking into 2 say oba anopa 6 a this enwumre 6 and obepon na other badge no so aba enwumre 6 na anopa omo so omo apon
24 hour economy
what you say aniti say me catch me ka ewo experience a me nya ana yenya ewo ne ekoso ihu companies ni nyina dodo na eba and before you be free ye station wa aba ni secretary ni say me boa obeka to aso companies buy ho say omo hia more buses say be ba be fa omo companies say omo hia more buses a ye be ba be fa omo
I see
dey na ye fe dey na ye dey say enti no dollar ni from na aba no me dey ma obi enkobo mpa ye boni bi say dollar nsan kosoro Ghana yie na yepe o enye obi manso yie na yepe Ghana ha ni yie na yepe enti the way
I'll come back to you but Saforo my mbusa o sa dey way I know said definitely na Agwado can be about said the companies as I ever back minim at the crib here meet me I just out here already but can it be a sabotage
me that's we I mean chair na menchia GP right to mpenu for nyina eyora imane ni ankra original chairman sabotage in a form like what
na me be say
I don't the word artificial scarcity no some of us were in pain because because eduma we no so so tians I say obi more grounds no to form no na etima chiri mu chiro ti chiri mu chiro let's say be anto wasuma then you can come out with
your theory
and as the obi so kan waka isama PR Kenya no create do in fact in your initial we metise na waka say enipa abo dompem miamia de enye ne hyase of course no kre anunti from somewhere around November everybody December more no enipa ne ye na adwene say ebo apeso so in the wisdom of the sector minister Ura Joseph Bukari Nikpino o na adwene say na tie dia o the STC4 any STC4 be din komo nanka omo ya na dom nanka nipa na omo fi say bronya dollar ba form adodo na ba bi dwa no nanka omo apeka omo kakrakra kopim say be di bronya na wi nti di bronya na wi STC4 twom ho no still ana nipa na bodom pim fa na ekosoro mo enkomo na odi say companies dodo na a resume adwuma no ntina ama the ekosoro it is true companies ni bo no ma omo close down but omo lay off some workers company bi say Coca-Cola was Spinters Road company bi say your papa mo to bin kom no ma se for mo Spinters Road na along the line edru baby no
lay workers off
edru baby no e dailies no we can cross check edru baby no bi mu lay workers be 100 200 500 kiken kan but na na me no kasa no to do na then answer resume adwuma na no almost answer adwuma say it no matter what passenger to driver ratio no e be raise ban be raise no matter how it is e be raise akosoro eno ne saafo na omabo apeso na no ka ho ayeden ka ho akwa atwe a omunya ka enye de enfa nkofie eno nti de ka nyina ne say what is the solution and what is the antidote
to another cause because the cause you pay solution. Me who article be enra ewo dailies no me am shim ye pa deputy MD Edema Metro Mass Transit. I said 2020 Metro Mass buses be 313 ya turn 2,500 almost all serviceable bus tintino bobie ya turn 2,500 that is also motor and a motor tire crab I say. So what you say? And I'm surprised. Everyone was there. Yeah, wow. You want some information when you know?
So Obia Tonwade 2005. O buy o go 2 years. O hwe no.
Na o run the car today. O run no. They didn't know for me here. So what you say? And to me no. Ese say be timi friend crofo bi no be yi ho ano. O ko Bobia me ka we nyina because enka na nipa odom ma nipa bo peso no. Sa buses we nyina boy yi. Uja bus bit is a BRT alolo na. Trotro driver me ma for me passengers ah. We do many children say one me kono. Unim say dey ameche be 2-3 hours and some say me chiaba. And it is a bus no me chia. Menim say me dey bi kwa. Ono so ye dey e be fo biaba. Obi dey omu ni alolo no. Ye dey 250 and a share dwuma se. And na me no kasaka 89 ye dwuma. 89. Ye bi say 159, 169 kada way. Obako Achimota bus terminal no. The packet so ebi obo the not. Keke. Ebi a ties. Keke. Ebi a crutch. Atutom. Enunti ya pakia den e de asu ono ma nkrofo ho chiro. These are some of the problems. And here when you say in kaban ba nkobe na wasolve na nke den komo edi yenkodi san komo no because enye ye pe say passengers bubu apeso abegyina kwa ho munya ka emfa nkwadwuma na ya pack your cancer si face enya dwuma. It doesn't even make sense in the first place. But what you say, emiti finding solutions to it, you know, you best say woman dey the koko na no. Em say na meeting the transport minister no, which is the GPRT, you know. Em say solutions be braba. You dey combat ene. You dey combat sa menace we. Edika no em say GPRT for ashabo. Say omobema buses, Tata buses are. You know, no more. I do an adroit or much no say we have convenium to our destination. Sounds so now recalcitrant drivers now ya can no more charge on a proof you know. Yeah, very nice package the mama. Yeah, the amount task force a good room. Me no can say from from now to Monday, you know. You train your boys now to do na near 2 months room. No more make sure a draw for omoji on a professor. Ya kan be pemene no omonte ase no se be ye do ma famra kwan so we be say enemra be na wo no ye de boss abra no bobie o kan airline na 2180 na 2000 airline 2180 2012 regulation 121 no ya chiro preface before be commercialization so de o car o be register as a trotro one and so o find union no join na your research is what says about almost 90% of a draw for one more air charge on a proof face ni nyina no they don't belong to any union, which is illegal. They are operating illegal. And until start to say ye crampium na ye chichi of na do mo famra kwan so a e be serve as a deterrent to oma dwene say omo ko register car e dey ba be road.
I said the more chi omo so the more na more suffocating system no because mo kwa mo ni vehicles e betimi a convey nkrofo
we can do you betimi
mo dey be share trade into market chiro mo
so your cars e betimi dey convey no we see problem now you face is mo be onim
you say mo dey be share chire o
Bobby, you see me too, I don't even buy the idea of government purchase buses be bregu krum be choke. Imagine say the buses be bregu krum. We want the traffic situation. But you bet my transit thinking outside the box, up a solution. You bet him that's always a problem. We are buses in the ebegu krum more. You see, sir, you bet sure na omobe it is not true. The woman say almost some more. About boy mama day. Up station where be froka. You see, problem I face
Ganani.
Problem I face na multifaceted.
Ganani.
Multifaceted. Unim.
There be only Ghana for reading go on.
The person na make a job. Bobby say na problem net here. You see, passengers na e be jira kwa ono. Do ma be tuma ba station be froka o. I'm telling you, e be asodinti Everything problem
no me busa say Ghana ni na ni di unu say Ghana ya so denche Mali ne Cote d'Ivoire ne ya so denche obi do Africa
obi o de say ya
na say Savoro me digress kakra Museveni Uganda say Ghana na wan ko ntimi here di oye Ghana for woni mi ye ya so de papa
and bobi of course sa so de no also yes, the baby, I be solution. You be happy. You see, Ghana for your person transfer and also when you monitor. Company say, oh, your person transfer. I'm telling you, the ordinary
passengers no be catch driver.
Especially I can afford about 70%.
Yeah, passengers no be catch driver. And say, me and sabete kwai. Pakia, the microphone be up the floor. Abaye for the bar. You be my line and I call.
These are some of the problems. Because the problem is multifaceted.
Ghana man.
Your acquiring your pollution population which is passengers and they also phone Bobby me see we will crack them down Bobby only bibi see answer problem way na escalate na GN someone crow obi no betima tren obi abaye no pe imagine say obi free kaswa e ba kra we 10 cedis or the budget to say in and out 20 cedis now what ba chrome na ade asa driver na say only 10 cedis or 20 cedis. But one problem yes solve no and it is am boy na yes we boy ma sabe be you saw how when you fro especially on kwala ofie won see and then where job back kwan so nko school o ko fro car na nyu oba do one met twitwi ni mo oba be du na scanning nya dey why ko be say nante and as sika kra so the trade an no akwakyere ne yam kom no generate ulcer asanda ba be transfer ba be problem and it sa kanka we no we be sere mo central for ne be sere the Ghana Police Service ora tell you wonu so omo task force no ni yenwe sa combined force we
money police for akasa for task force we see G-Pride to then again we don't want commercial illegal
transport operators no I'm say G-Pride to four guys are legal Omankasa
first part no say blue
for no exactly and on common yedi no so what you say and amalgamation with yes amalgamation with those people and some selected trained task force no I think say betimi boy am here to sankrofo we say but be say na me di kan no say me obi nkwase in a harsh way but on a professional way driver ni bi e betewa oji on approve first but be on me on approve first no extortion so a form of criminality. Say bia wa jiro bi chinchina twan na sky so tua no wo gina bro so by force e krono kra say etimi e dey airport to police station ma wo nipa ko na echew ba to what ase enu ti ye be senom say omo moyen na sa okun e ntu ase mfuro because ya mpata ni ntu ase mfuro ye be dey be sore no another different cause be sore say omo so de omo pe no omo ye e bia na say ye ka bo so kan issue na ora techado de paper ya boy onu say we one shop ana wa chura ma no you were about almost 10 to 20 sa am do ma adwen so monte so kra enu nti ye so wisdom no mu ye adwen so ora techado mo omo mu ayen na wo ma ready so meto mo na ma boss no ye no mu nya market na mo because we be komo ye dia ye komo nyina no our major target any the Ghana for nyina we hwe say adrafo ye beti lorry first so amom home because of petrol boy then I drop ya ba from enu nti se ye betimi at lorry first so am Ghana for so home. These are some of the issues I see have dealt with. We be say them di kankan no aboso kan for no dodo na yo mo ho chinchina twan o kan hwe mu ntie enu nti wona omanya opepa na omo amadwen so omo beti omo de mabo so ene ye di dwa no yesu e ready see ye be omo wa tu ne no mo di dwa because me no kase see there's an issue on table I see a tier lorry first so me no kase because the last time I tier lorry first so no now diesel was selling around
na mono say monkomo no adoso wo yasum first pa na driver from komo nyina na say oh fuwa
petrol boy dey
yanti bi da bepemene
bobi enkomo aminu mi oni edi the passenger wo tie me listener wo tie me person wo tie na say on approve first say you two mu botom anasi yɛbɛte lorry first ɛno na mu
and I short no
ɛno ti nkɔmɔ yɛ di aka wo nyina obi oda bɛtema asɛm ame wia no oda me just a minute just a minute mame nti fro deɛ nti a wo bɛka deɛ wo bɛka nyina ne sɛ the last time I heard you say yɛte lorry first no tɛkyado nie ɔmo ka kyerɛ sɛ yɛte so a yɛ gateway of ɛyɛ atete it is yɛ gateway ne yɛdi kan te yɛ so a enya sima ɔmo so ɔmo to ɔmo deɛ so ɛno na Mr. Agbado ka sɛ yɛte yɛ lorry first 15.5% ɛwɔ Ministry of Transport owura Emmanuel Dr. Niankra ɔno na sa yɛ because ne yɛ pɛntɛm ama yɛate so ntɛm sɛ ne bɛyɛ a abɔso akafoɔ no ada wei no so bɛte so ɛno nti yɛte deɛ so na yɛma mu adwadifo yɛte ɔmo kɔla ne nema sɛ ɔmo so ɔmo ayɛ dɛn ɔmo ate ɔmo nema bɔ so ɛno sɛ asase wurafo yi abɔso akanfo yi ɛkɔ bɛyɛ 1 year ne ɔmo ntiminti so nti bobie sɛ ka spare parts ho asɛm a very delegate ma yɛn sɛbe ɛdɛ no woyi ɛnɛma nnan a yɛde to lorry fare mu a stationary item ana inflation ana spare parts ana petrol ɛnɛma mmienu inflation of course because cars na ɛtɔ ne nyinaa no sɛbe sɛ dollar ɛho nkɔmɔ ne di no so ate aseɛ sɛ woyi saa spare parts ɛne petrol nsɛnsɛm a ɛyɛ de yɛ mo
yɛte kroma no mo sɛ yɛte kroma no mo bɛka kyerɛ sɛ budget mo ne finance minister be read
bobi wan say Mr. Agbado ka
so yɛ yinyini nyinaa driver fo nkɔmɔ baako pɛ ɛno ani fuel bobie afei deɛ yɛ dabi mo fa we ka sɛ si a wɔde inflation ɛba
bobi wan say em so padro afo asɛm yi na wo kyerɛ hye mo but they on chair bi minimum something that drove when chair ba ko pe eno ne dadeɛ mu frɛ yie yesi yie mra nadeɛ ne de dadeɛ ne spare parts a yedi ho nkomo a ya papa danum trufo hene ode bo no ma ye a eno no ma driver adwuma so no nyam ye den eba mu edinti nadeɛ adeɛ bi ehia yie because sabe entimi nkɔkɔ am se kotwetwe nua ade abɛhyehyɛ ka de sɛsɛ a ɛde ɛbɛkɔ enu no it is enu no mu yenso abro no be yenti omu ntimi ehwia so kakra mpo ema so ho he dia ebe den se be ka lorry fare ho asem be ba to what ase but me no I believe strongly said going forward no sabe omu beti omu ho ase se de owura tachi adu ahya ase nka ye pene sa yenya companies and stores be 5 pe enka ho
but they are there
they are ready you know mo ready gba but you know mo di gba within 1 week you ma gonna for 1 week you beti lorry fare so ma obi ahwan ha
but they are there
obobie enunti na ye kan hwe unim de enti a ene obi mo che breakfast e wo mo stations unim de fuel stations o mo che breakfast unim because Star Oil and lay foundation papa dia to ho the whole Ghana the cheapest oil unim am fa no fa ko baby a goil fa no e ho na Star Oil fa no me we goil no ye Ghana de hwe o mo bo Star Oil ukura 9 cedis 99 pesos a what a 1 liter.
Who pressure man go for
who pressure
for about could be
omu fufu
breakfast breakfast me check no mo tifo no so
and I go here say
go here
9
go here 10 go here 9.99 and I started 9.97 so that's what
the cocoa what na ma wa
bobie even no prayer mystery because go na for so your friend say star na for so omo amate abafatamu opera the recent one here omutum yi na your friend say go e wo 1125 na omo 1190 bb what you say hwe gap no but well ye start say ye ka well your friend say star ho asem no e na omo te ba fom and room no bi kwa omo de nkrofo buka mu se omo koto se de afi de koko no omo che enche fufu no omo start fufu no dia ye nya ebe ko ho
na say difference 2 pesos as I say na so the 2 pesos no ama egbegbe mi ni bofu to anopa
more serious note well I was say oba form well me say
okay so this is Goyle. Yeah. So Goyle is doing super 1099 right
yeah
this
former one
the former one
1099
the current one is 999
these are some selected places and selected places.
That is 9.99. 11.21.
Yes, 11.21.
And super 95 no year 13.
Sa super 9 we know. And no ya won that ya first no. Say and the board day when you friend V power no. Oko shell am friend V power. V power no na first nka oko.
And Star Oil you say.
Star Oil bo no.
Star Oil V power no.
Okay, Star Oil ni.
Yeah, V power.
Around 95 no.
12.5 for almost 13.
But we are difference I buy na fang won some. First we no na omo de hwenhwa here for ne yan trotro da be na na etimi to be go ekam.
Mo so mutimi to be.
Na afu say onto.
Bobby with the security of social media this year. Tanker driver no ko trailer driver no ko jina omo bu aye ma o si bugum no.
Yeah.
Na first oko outside country na omo fele omo amaye barrel bi wo mfinfi wo omo fele okojina ho no ofele atitisika 150 million 15,000 na no okokoto ofele 3 ni nyina o 95 no afedi 94 say they be on tier say 9,500 o say on tier say omungum o pese enko 100 mark na egu from ade no
so my main friend fruits na me fan fat touch so emna mesi the fuel politics it was treating no impact na NSA
impact no
who na my drivers
menua se obehwe driver for bia yeni age e wo fuel no ho enye gan
so say driver ni bia
for the boat for the Uber for truck driver for taxi driver for abobo ya driver the original ni ninje trailer for the end bobo omo de omo ba social media are demonstrating severally with different forms. First driver omo ye ho omo ko tematema nyina no omo ponwo a afi no omo kenkan omo sa say ye weekly says wo ye ho no mo first no adiachi Monday wo say odi says brew no wako ba kwa ba no po no oba ye afi o catch say o aye coins mame nkombra the way open Sunday nyumri na de usika ma open Sunday nyumri na de usika ma
enti se munya sa difference no a na se mokoto spare pass no na mo de sheka no na ide
milia wo de o kan no spare pass no fuel no 10 cedi o 10.99 and about 9.99 o kan bomu
a be first part now turn say now to be 16 14
na ye turn 17 fuel ko ya ko 23 na ya de just titi no e wona mete ya me body jana
udwa ho no
ya
na note na agbado o de yam fare say 17 quarter now difference how much 7 cedis in this auto 1 liter beer now nya so 7 cedis 4 liters and now 5 na 4.5 o de yam fare 5 5 in this 7 times 5 yes say
ye bi mo ye kuntanka o
7 times 5 say 35 enti 1 gallon beer was 35 Ghana cedis
yeah
see 35 cedis and quantity 3,500
yeah
aba show ho ndu kwa aboso kai nti dey ni sa dey no ebi a betumi anya 35 ne sa
kai hu se etiba 13 no yete so
it's a lot of 15%
yete so
ndi ese mu di shim
ye mfa shim unim san komo no de mepese
o di shim
baby san komo no de nka mepese ye be ba betina ho because ye ka say deficits na ewo mu no ye di shemu a and the 15% na yete free so first no kra no nka o say say dey back unim bibi na petrol diesel na ye 15 cedis per liter ekoya to 23 na ye si ye betum yentum e wana me be board am wa no she say 15 cedis yantum mani ko do 23 cedis yantum nso a o ma babonten with abe issue say omu hu say trotro bi to lorry femu a yenchi ntum imagine ofidie kesi so no maka say emre bi atwem na omo si omo nchi yentum say ye ba beto lorry femu a and they say no me so make catch there omo say driver for na omo aso den omo charge on approve fare no yen chi omo ntum ye firi hono mu a omo ye short no so no yen pe kwan bi so mfa omo fa
so obaka kire say money drivers ni omo busuafo life assessor
say assessor pa assessor.
I'll come back to you, but the fuel politics, the fuel conversation on the street. Yes, say about so kind for the as a fuel no monument to say odogbo bi enu abe.
They say I want to say
so it's like no we dey yemfa ho but about so kind for so a driver can
me dey say on say asemo kan on say me dey me the evidence ba.
Yes, I've seen.
And I go can say na enye 65 na 60 whatever be the case no on say me can say me say adwuma no scarcity ewum demand and supply ewum asana monopoly asana political aspect no on say that time no kan no me catch say cost 17 no bloggers no abreach no omo jai dey man dey ba omo fa ba biem itin ba ko no omo kofa ba no omo kofa ba because of say demand and supply and scarcity ni no bo no ye dey be koso na monopoly ye dey ebe mu no wo say me kan the one so wo dey na wo kan say na 60 na afi dey koso no because na emba biem they stop coming.
And then I'm to mu.
And yet they be snap catch you say o say ade bia say ebu a in economy so business bia say before we be say obi monopolize ayi bia product bia no na say the baba ko pe na dey control demand and supply ebe mu pe because so wait be supply na demand ne kosoro na supply na ye less sa na baba ebe mu then dem ma be timejai ma di ni mbu market ni mu also ma dia chira me say this are the new year we kwa no
me kwa me no be kwa makwa to ba ko
ene kwa omo choma me no ka say Mr. Techi we kwa no niam na ebisa te say back kakra intervention kwa price mesa ba fom biem sa no ka chira me
okay
also mo no from the one am complain no so me ka chira me say me major mo chief for so many a year me say mo you right by initially no om cast papers ni na no ho na me no nya issues no na me say mo cast papers ni na mo cast selected ones na ye commercial drivers no o motor no because na me can no aboso kan brand new man no 80% above from brand new man dey we dey 80% dey e reduce you but second hand no e mo side no o ho na ye problem no so that say dollar no e ma bananka e bi nam 60 65 70 once aboso kan for no ye turn papers no ye sato fuel kan ho ye to diesel because this engine no ye swaka from
okay
say o container ba car na or transfer o container never go so kan no o hon charge no be charge you go to a point from Tema to Aboso kan 40 feet 20 feet no e be you as 5,000 6,000
hey
oh yes because if say fuel no cost no almost say fuel no cost no so much charge fuel ba forma na container na o ba no car no aba form o sa koto fuel petrol diesel e be spark wo car obu o de sanyo nji bebere bi abe 100 de aba 100 no so spark ni nyina asa na ya fuel di akoko eko store obe fuel ni nya ko store no e bi 100 ni bi na be 30 we asan smoky oboka yiso tutututu sanyo engine no problem no no nti isi Korea for no omu jai because of say sanyo engine so no 5 cars including Toyota
okay
hwe car aba na say friend e na friend say akon ketekete no sa voice no Toyota engine sim
no friend say akon ketekete
la mariba ebe so o se di no ba onya man is o se your friend kumi breko
ma di bo freka akon ketekete
so ata say
o di pass ye ni bi wo be bi
no eye Toyota 09 wo say car no 011 wo say bi wo say new type kwa de emutwe kakra efe pa eye Toyota na iri si Toyota Camry sim into ono sa no chan wo sa fe de sa Toyota car no Corolla no engine afi de ire e shutu kosoro oh issue no e shutu kosoro e na sa fish na car na friend fish engine dem no e si Helios no enti say ono se bi nu ha oba beto de ko si Helios ma wo say bo no say ire e kosoro esa na pressure be dey abeda so the only thing na kwamna e betimi ide to e betimi mitigate this problem we say spare parts no that one so no say more ba marketing dey na mon beba no wa unu na magusa ka no say edwadefo no ya access soft loans no team ko fa uni ma dey ba hwe China nyina no aban resource companies no so that say companies because a loan woman loaner they will pay back so that I say where san na ma wo spare parts industry no yeah say no so wo ha na for the spare parts industry no be there e be uko Nigeria for instance every year be Kwabena in opportunity yeah 226 participants across the globe. You could share Lagos landmark center Lagos every year you say almost a letter blame says still you say kubium ya kwa na wo share a British fund organize B2B for no na wo share Nigeria for spare parts industry. I don't know some chairman use private jets
Nigeria.
Oh yes
spare parts
Kwabena na say ko program na say ye launch program no na wo share dignitaries am abetrans na share spare parts industry na ye if you Ghana kono you could go for busu ke go for here na eko so ye kwa ne nkan bi kra omodum ke say uhu a ubebisa say Ghana e ba ne sen aban no before about spare parts Nigeria for no ye catch spare parts industry omo ne crash spare parts government agency government institutions. So the question is all the successful administration now no uru obe no play war spare parts industry no omo agencies omo to spare parts no omo institutions omo to spare parts no na kan institution wa Kumasi about institution agencies no na kan moko so magiza koto spare parts or mon craft family abuso kan ye wa kra say o mon to family ko kumpe mon to family o yes na say o resource where the spare parts industry ebumi over the years na Cote d'Ivoire for ne better spare parts no science no the reason why years back na science be bu ni say 60% Cote d'Ivoire for no o mon fa second hand and fan form port no into o be two ad ko abuso kan yema no Alas, I know what Taran Babu issue the story. Now, from Stamis, no share the economic aspect of it. It will cast some for soldier for opposition for some for soldier for Kono. No, some Mundi Mufiasem. Satana, Ghana soldier for under United Nations, almost 500 station extra, unless I know what time because I don't know when election. Okay, Russia. Now, Babu, so when I say already still now on my business of the Koso. Unless I want a campaign say Oba, Obe Biemu, Moment the second near my day, Abba Cote d'Ivoire. It will obey when we are no BMU, it could inform by Hobium. Just a idea short to Mali, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, Benin, and Niger, on the fast papers via at the court.
I see.
Oh, Nyajai. It's a kind of raw for you. Maybe a pepper one. No, Busso. It is personal.
He says, I go say I told I pay one. I want potable. I get to grow with you.
So that's it. It is a government agency. As you know, this time the spare parts industry no leadership me and Shia. Kwabena be fast be okay, government agencies.
But Abosoka at least most of you are enjoying the fuel.
That's what I'm saying. Say that's what I say. Oh yeah, the Obenya go for America restaurant. They are there. Also, the catch you say the airports are also kind. Maka mese 7 electoral areas Abekwa Central. Yawa Jumbu, yawa Buso Kai, yawa Matayeku, yawa Shukura, yawa Hifa no. Omono Abuso Kai eye MPP strong yawa Abekwa Central. 80% vote look Abuso MPP ho. Upe. It no say ye chewa de na so be so betia. Ne aba cho say the politics wo no. Because say o me communication na me make sure say as a leader no me chair the set here but you do baby na mo say still na o chair say won kwada want so there damn you your politics so your politics I don't man say ababi so was the party so for me government on so bit me there I make sure say well say my mama benefited there number so metie there well me so me fan say benchmark value no ekufado odeba no one farmer the first year odeba the third year 2019 and the beautiful no question dem a be mo awie nyame bo she na be mu ona me Kwabena Bakaya I track I say mo kan yazan your hammer could the fact say this goes to my friends at Aboso can import duty on spare parts abolish na yazan na senator few so I say na see read budget ya for you mark me can say Aboso can for no buafu dwom ama say o say ye bo say obeyi ye first tax levy say few Aboso can for so me ba boti be can say baby ro mama oba Aboso can no wa be show Aboso can for bo saa asem do mo ntwam ka saa ade nsi biom oba no so o se Ghana for bo o kan dey say 5 or so about fixed rate or see a friend say policy rate on the from and for the about 18% 20 about 18% or so my dollar no I then aba from na isika na nya hode or the aba or so be convenient here few obey na be free ni nyina wa dey watimi achieve policy rate no any nya so inflation so any interbank interest rate and a lending rate because of say policy rate na 28 there was so ni nyina no watimi deliver so da be no ru ama be sha bo so kan for bon ana Kwabena me metias me hu ye all ban so no nyame adom me na me host me na me introduce no e ma bo so kan for nyina wan kan ba biada so this some of the things I say e ban sana wan so anu tema na fe de didi go for bitrim no mo ka ko ba mo de mo share bank kasa this goes to my first time so kan import details papers abolish and see omo fa nya adwuma na select few na nya no kre so what I'm saying is say akufo be kan say benchmark dey aba na mo titim nema so dia and dey reverse in the back 2022 omo reverse benchmark in the back.
I see.
Omo reverse in the back 2022.
I see.
So that say unim the history of what is happening now. On tiase eti na yemo no e ya na e di ni ehwe yemo nta wa na dey see kill baby a we ya ni dey see kill because can ya bechirim o can ya bechirim eti government we good will no still enjoy but nemo ade we ya ka several times say this is what is happening, this is what is happening. Ghana for so e for doso say bi u see ya be ma ho akyerewa na egu ni masia then they saw ye so pe kwa bi so na biemu na nema na be de embebu. This is what I make a polish no. Me polish no. Nembebu a. Obi anti me ka se me de. Obeti
so loan there man what there.
E man o dem. Nembebu so. I'm telling you, less than 6 months. Wo se fe de sa restaurant san yo man. Ye be ko tena ho no mo ape. Ye de be ba begumu. Ye de be ba begumu.
All right. Thank you. So family na me wo bi wo machi na me no.
Bobie am say
me na finish up and so the full conversation on the street. Yeah.
Bobie am say we be mu su kakra ama ban we na ya dana si eyura Jomama one emrantie mienu ba kon ye Minister of Energy ana ba kon so NP owura lawyer do eji tamakulu in fact o okojina be ko ka say last year e fi say artificial say the petrol never for me nim say artificial
bro for artificial dey about
na omo ehun say petrol na ye hwan so e conformance na nya artificial na mum no next year which is this year ansa na be hu na kase in fact omo ma hu anya gidi wo ne mu say bo she okose last year no e ade e bam Bobie onim say there was one Ghana cedi esla e de petrol so once obi e refi sa one cedi no e no na abo ama dumso na etima sustain no etima tofa ngo bebre even with sa one cedi na be ka petrol no still no adrofo we ni gem adrofo ene obe efia edidi mu asesa ye wardrobe mu asesa omo no mo ba ko school basa ron ye yoma from omo ko school papa ni bi.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you because 7 cedi calculation now ye no say they do ba ni to 10 gallons automatically no save 3.5 million.
Yes, 1 million.
So 3.5 million times in 1 month na we ska be good bottom. I don't know about Timin School Ghana International School. I don't know so Timin to Fugu Papa bi empam kaftan ancient transstage. I don't know Timin motai. Let's go in na. About what I say. Enti e ba no fan ho nsensem ma ya hyenkafo de atin say Jomama ene ni lawyer do Chitamakulu. Omo ni Ghana fo ne adrofo di ni yie pa. Enti mi nyina baby na ne echi mo mo da. Me da kan nkwampo a enka Ghana no yensanya well. Efama banwe non transfer be mfie duenu 40 years omo bra no mo jama do me jama no e wo petrol hunsem because petrol ba form no bibia is stable dollar no ba is stable emo a eduru bronya adrofo etoma ye memes emo eto edi bonus ema ye memes ena anwa etoma omo no ene no ni nyina ba form emo ni bi na 5 million is 6 million. Edu December we ko to be my draft for 3 million 2.5.
Upon say 2 Jimmy.
Upon say
Enye 2 Jimmy.
Komra
mi so on car brand ntina
komra mi krompo de nkan share fam ho. De yan se me mame awaba se ne papa daga timi sisele ni fam. Empenifo se de come here no me say 2 Jimmy.
Tibigumu na say tigumu ya tiagum.
Obe enye 2 Jimmy.
Seriously, emo no enye 2 Jimmy.
Wa kra yedi.
Sabe
wa kra yedi.
So atiase.
Anyway,
anti enema akosoma adrawafo e okrom hanom no. Atinze aba na say upload no. Enu nti ne ye ka say ye be sere enuanom aboso kanfo ye wa potechi ado. One ne nkrofo say sisi o ma kire no mo ya tena se pa. Enu nti omo do mo ready so meti so no. Omo me nti to community san komo na anytime the next time we be about try
my direction
Bobie yes the me person me can see ya no say ne ye wo mfidi so na anu ya and Amaguel the price as back closer to your friend is saying star
yes say goodness con 9 cities 80 9.80
maybe na zeno cramp where I drop about 994 nti Martin is strong your bomb price was on cost
back from sir and you know say the Bobie can me see Bobie your friend say Pechia do kan ye no nko obo store ni dia nka eni beje because ye ba hasisi ya no consent for dodo a mutie ye GPLT for dodo o mutie ye Proto for dodo o mutie ye cooperative for dodo
so mo be my direction
oh yeah
be my direction
any touchy boy
me ba ka onyanka
Bobie no ade pese
yes boy
there be on store no store di no me refi but you see say the normal the phone no nyina wo
Bobie e be je normal no
ye normal
ye je normal na ye be direct your members so normal kwa
to ho no ti say ye nanu ye be boss ta ba so ha yi asisi omu no mo drop down
amnesty
interior
amnesty na the phone no na wo twego
amnesty otia ontie ni yesi ni ne bedudwa
if you got minister ne buy kwa you invite man office
our boss okay
yes minister ne buy office so the chair minister
amnesty
yes
any ne bedudwa
I think so because when say di actual amnesty wa na ni normal ni
the regional man
sector minister by last week no about office will be
yenya Bobie yenya amnesty for be numa afi mikrom for kwafo ne we na mamaje so montom de no so edo no pa na mo de nema ne begu awia so a na mo hata numere na mo pake gudem ebe o mo sa afi ba ko afi do mo start so mo boboka na mo asase ne kro bi ni kwa mo of the ninya sisi hotel oba no anya baby anyafu e ho na obehu sebsebe.
All right, thank you so much. Live on our 100.5 Citizen Show Monday afternoon. We are on but manya me ho obi
Bobie
yes sir
Bobie
yes sir
on the 14th amanfo ni je da no no so na me so me ya si ye o enti mi hiamu nyina wo 14th February Valentine Day
Valentine
ya mo de no me so me ya si asuye e wa shaman
but ya
from village one mo
ya farmer me why yeah farmer me all right so that's it live at Accra 100.5 7 doors hey anybody there modua
kagagu
anybody there modua
me no one there
oh minua minua
ago be se fa di ediro ya me ali abra
waba
ko we the politics ba
pasa solo edano obisi na Kwabena na msintimi nya omobo from 2008 bedemu ao
akasasa
still mo pesa bu ko jabe
wona bo bom na do mo refia na me da bi mango for review o ya mango for review
and they do the review ba
ya be mo
aba
arise guy the chamo ko yes, you want to be Abuja.
There's almost frame arise Ghana. Now say I am down Ghana.
Go for me. The woman say come back to that. I translate your home.
Mama, I refuse me.
I be my baby. But say kai.
O se so bushi akura so mbechi akura na problem.
Why you cause you be your mom. I go be guy. You cause your mom.
O say o mu no mu nua no ne. Ya. O sorry a msame menya ya asase bia me dokaros afu o mampon
jeje o ya ro jada go show
na kwada afu no mu na makodo dokakra we last week na kwam kwate frame say na ye na msimi tutumi carrots no mu
o ya waba
na menya fertilizer kakra so e dia wono
ko so kra de wo ye bibi
obani
the 2008 asha se do carrot kabana bambo half wado
engma do mambo half na msimi menya kura akwa ya kodo fu o mambo na
ti mu amoteti wa e mo checha de tu be mo checha mo jehe na
ajase
o mo jehe wa mu nim se na wo 2008 na ko vo e kura o mu a e na ria no mo
o say
o mo je o I don't know Jeffa.
New friends are the best.
Oh, I
see. He say new friends are the best.
enyawanwa encheni e bongo fo pa o sa fi etwe mu me ka tro se e wo se e shaase ministries ya ade no mo anya
pa yende hia yende hia
e Ghana first so ya me ho se Ghana first
oh yeah but solo ade na e ya na me wo afuom ena list to uni afrɛ me
ai
ena wasi Kwabena samre pa no senke beto sende na dollar ye 17 18 19 ka bo bia chiawe
oh yes ba na ka ni pe gusu gidi
enti at least ena no say me kwa koto carrot seeds no matete so
se si ani o ma ne kwa ne
ko enti se mitimi to carrot seeds efo na knapsack spray ai ne bo aba form ye no na method spray ebo spray no enti enano mene se me ba kwaku aba
kwaku se nano me hia on no
enti e wa na ye ko ya kwahye afuo mu kakra
by force
o we dey enano kwaku bu sam se daddy enti ina kwia na apese oyo na msu kwaku ye no na mpese me yo
second choice that
no na ese ye no na ese me ye na
hey Kwabena Bobie
Dinano
why yache
me nano me twabo be frem Commander Bobie na so me dey bo
for
ya frem Commander Bobie
for
se no si dey bo asiru bo
chese mo sa sumaji
na so bo me din da no new friends are the best. They say you got old friends are the best. New friends.
Oh, with new taste. Why another?
Oh, Charlie. Anyway, now so I finish your pa.
I think Komesa already say me chia.
Yeah, me so hu ache. Na me da se pa se me nua abesra me na e be hye adwuma ase. Sa so kua yo no.
Ai ben.
Uso
na wo ben na wa anya ne sa ko. Se be free ye ntumi nsore na. Na ka se ko akosresre. De bi o se ye bibi e de.
Eye.
Na enye de ya nyame be so nda ye.
Kua yo no a.
No ani e be ye. Emo helo bi angongo di.
No mo da ado waso da e.
O di enya da ya ebesi.
Wo mo na o.
One man na no efri aban mu ana omukọ aban mu na omu phone. De bia da automatic. O frɛ wo mu ana message na ba. Your friend is in a meeting no. And there's a message in yako. And out one or more frɛ.
Bi hu say MPP ni we ba ko dia beje UG ahe.
O da beje no. UG no why?
O say UG ahe phone bom once.
No afa pa no kasa o shem cry. What that motivation?
O say o be to Facebook.
O da.
O say UG ahe phone bom anu afa menua.
That is
say oni adwuma ide open comedy.
No scan mo so ojo. Do fast.
Mojo o.
Job besa start say as you mutinye. Service ni ho no aka say
egu
kwasi zukura wa fango
kwasi afomu awu
enti woni ba bia akwakoto
na ayi ba bia na ehia fufu
yi your friend is asalam da ho na
asalam da ho no
na ho no na dem se ho
na ho mbe ne sa na
mi mosuso
wundi bi ma
wundi ndam di nyamra nsam
ena happy FM e kire no so agu
ayo leti ayo no me ho no
lattes
the boys ni be
ahon kire aba
enye engoye ya dey see ade omo ni brenya no mde akoso Facebook sorry anopo be tworo so every minute omo ma comment sorry anopa ne simsa kauna
first but no mo se me pe kasa
is that one abedi ojuwa no wala ye nduru be bia kra fi ma ko na wa start kasa na ne emu ka kodu mienu le half dia so wa mbe wo
mo ko second time in opposition no what about say
ekomo be twia wa mo ate
But he said it to catch up with us about you lose 2028 on the
and need to man to Tomona case because 2028 party. Yeah, you see, go for all more after a become money. I don't know also one more this year. say na mo si mo nya new friends no hwemudi mo nya new friends am fa mo achechere o ma ne ngoyi
ayo
e mo ma tu fa jani e wo se billion se moto de a send ye besi
but so that's a way no woman ye discipline kakra
ombedi kwa na jai
that's the way no woman ye discipline kakra
all the general report start say ba e be ye pie e be se lot number how kra e be ye pie
cause ba ko de na nyu
ba ko de se pani na be wi aye ono no bi se mi so mu ye sales agufo do be ye sales o eji wo go ye sales no o ka be da kwa so
cause we no as almost president kakra
president said odi hu show nanya da obenya mensa wo
oh ye ndie se fie bia nsomoni ni wo ho
ba ko de na free for mu
we no no say aye tight obia hwe no hu yie
nsa no so ye enya da ba ko mienu miensa bi be wi ase na no sei ba ka se Kenny GVG da so tete ho no sa ko si se Kenny GVG no o ka se opposition
Kenny GVG de se ka aya ba fi
o da so se ska no ko ti ye ya so man Kwabena san se mo nyina ye be bo no bede ye jem ku
ya na no say Mimi Harun unim se obaye metro mass no buses no ebi aye ya ton bi 2500 what wo ye dey
na o run the committee
on kan kire ye afa no mo de jagum so afa na wo beka na ye nkonkaka bi enti information we no kraw wo de ye den
ya so obaye no wada so ti ase e basa no na won sam na wo kan grani panyini
oh me dey me okay me tie bi sa
tie no
because time I say ma ade we ba bontin
no know why because da oba betina ho yi wo ba nsem afi na wo kikenya no se basis ni ho yipa nso ebehia ka ya tonton sa na to ye de
na to hwe wo mo nipa da se ni aton bas 2500 o to na he
na wo ka kire ye
me de mo ka kire me be sa na menua ayi ye friend say ye nua ayi scholarship secretary
papa ya Kingsley
me catch me new Asafo Aje say Asafo Aje wo so Kingsley na dachi wan hwe de asem be hyewo say ye keka scholarship no ho asem e bobo ba e free UK a enya asem kuma
akwan so o ma chesika di no te parliament and wo semra ma me no mi
ena Kingsley o keka nkwase asem
o keka nkwase because emuafo obeko yese de bribe bi ne wo fa bi na yes chese kuma no wo dwene ho a wo ntiase Kwabena no edi bia so de doyi e ba sa no
a kwafuom
ano aba ba ye ntumi nya e kan so wo de ye nya wo mo a obufi se obani atene enye de ya o mbehwefom ye ni haya go nkrafo be je nkraba ko be so bi oyo
ma one fertilizer nto o see me by 2 weeks time ma say abafu ma say akwafu nto by 2 weeks time mekọ
to wa pe du ma gofo na wo do ho
mana enye yi be ma me to be ma me isu a madakwa so no
Kwabena Bobie
be ma akwa bi me ko ma mpo madam bi atoka no achirechiri ya bragu
ai kere ya
boka skara soka me kwa madam for no ne ka enu achirechiri ya bragu dam say
ele wona wo ka wa
no de anyo ne me anyo ne me me yanko pa madam kwante unu kwante ya so ba no achirechiri ya bragu na say pepa na say kakwa pepa onu na bragu na say de si ya ba hikura no ya ba say de si ya ba shi no na me katre no say ko pepa sa da ka we ya ba bi fie na me busa de say di ya bragu no atwa gu ka chi sa no de na mampo kromo no no say o de ne papa ne kwa ado o de papa kwa ado e wo chiri fam na ayi idea no ayi omukodua ko ni mankani abo sa no papa akotu na najo akoto no adwira
ejade be tie se o abefo na ba be
sa no ka kire me
ya do ni tu na lajo
so o papa kwa kokoro ni mankani nyina de kɔ adwira ana ɔde ahometi akɔtɔ ka atwerɛkyiri ya bregu
abra ya bregu
kɔ eno mo turi nyina okay mo turi nyina kyerɛ sɛ papa no ne wo fa ase no mo ne cousins ni ade
abajuju ego
koye o mo tuni nyina nti me ko mampon kwam tawia adi ndisuo
ebe hia o
bata oba otini ka no mu
ala wasa church ya
bregu
na hu ye won so avantu hu vo za bele
media me
kai we
mi nyamre mu yi
wa ei kwabra
sa me ne mafo no ho
oh kwabra nya na ala
mafo no ho me mafo no ho ye nyantui mafo no e ho je se e ho ade ye se akromfo abetwamhwim e wa no ma betwamhwim ma papa afo
ali apafo no muntie de ye
na kwa mtawia de ende
ale wa bregu
papa na turu nyina de kɔ ɛna ɔkɔtɔ ka atwerɛkyiri ya bregu ama yɛ sɛ ni papa no kura hyia no ɔnkasa no ho me kɔ mampɔ me kɔto ɔmo papa no hyia na ahwim na sɛ deɛ ɔpɛ wanya awie
that's all the way na so no bi
papa no ayɛ na dwen so wo no bio
ana kwa me so ayɛ na so kwa me ja o di taxi
sɛ ɔso ɔno abɛyɛ na adwuma
ana ɔnyɛ na adwuma
na kwa mtawi akɔtɔ ka wa atwerɛkyiri ya bregu
kwa me ni ate well me ni ti agro bebu
e community
ala mi ke ya ta de na bia ye edi tie na be bu ade no ti obonhwe na kwa mtawi a ye mfa nioma yes sir ala go hajo
kwa mtawi a makasa akire no se on paper
da bi on paper
me wi ase unwu ya nim de obenya
sa asem no eno na ye ka kire da nkofo na unwu ya obenya tie na nkofo de
oh na se ya kwa me wa twira ka na chi ya bregu
sisi na cha wo azo sisi uzi cha
ono papa o na do koko ni mankarifo o mampon papa na timi asori anadwo akotu ni nyina woni ne wo fa ase nom
afa
ene na yesi na busuanfo bi ene o matu ni nyina kwa mtawi anya gwan sidi
ya bregu
ene akoto ka atwerɛkyiri ya bregu na omu sia kwa mtawi akora omu di no rough
Chana bi wadwene mu na ho ya bitu
ya na ma ya kwa mtawi ya bi ko mampon oba me ho ebe su kyerɛ me a me otu ka kwa me hwɛ ne ka na chi atwerɛkyiri ya bregu
ya we da ka ho ya dia kwa mtawi ya be kyerɛ
ti bi su on paper
on paper
on paper on there
on paper sa dia we
wo ma tu adi o mu ntudi
dabi
o mu ntudi
kwa me ma be di na tam da chitis egu ha na ne ma na kai se kwa me bregu ye toko paper ye
ene kom tell you be so che
dabi sa do ye tele bia u so na kai u bibi na kai u bibi
enti ya yare ndie sa na ye
sa ya na ye
enti me kom ampo de na wa paper
mambo na wo ko ka kire kwa mtewi asese yesudi no de tro ya on for bitumi na ntro na enye clear
se wa bregu ye de papa ya nya de kra o
be den wa ya de abra o ne bre hwe nkofie ne ye obo ye emu awia ne emu fifi
ana nim kwa beta awia no mafu no e wo kwa ho ta mu a o mu twa nkofie no nkrofo atwa mu a no mo sere
no se wa ye serious ba ko no se da chi e ba be yi na de we ye no so ngo
papa ya timi akotu koko ni mankani ni nyina
on je wo ye sa de ensini o mane wo ho ma premebu
kwamtawi aso nam krom wa nam krom we enye se bia na oye ayi bia se oye wondenfo anka obetu aye bibi foforo
na wasana brabo wasana da yina ye kwamtawi awie ya bonia ye ne die yi no ana watumi akotoka no se ma premebu enye na ade a eye nsane de bia mehu se sei ne de ye kwamtawi obi ba de
me kura de anka me sink wo nyai
wo go die way
on paper
efutu bone efutu onenye efutu ya de makwam TV ya
ebi ya dabi ebe yi
wale dabi abaje de bo nyakro be ye friend list bo nyakro be isa nyum de friend list dabi ebe yi edem kra be nyila si dabi ye ne ya ye je che ene ya ɛne ti kwam tɛ wia yɛbɛhyɛ no
na so amanfoɔ se dollar aba fam o fuel aba fam o single digit o dum so agyaye o public forum ɛkɔ so
ɛno yɛ abɔdam sɛm sɛ sika kakra kɛm na ɔmo yɛ public forum na ɔmo kɔtena hɔ a na ɔbɛsa kɔfa women organizers baako bi a bi ne mu maame
why no I'm say we
no ma ho say ye abrantie yi na no ye ni abra ho mache a ye program ye ni Ghana for da obi akuta the resource abrantie no ogodi DC for only 1 week no ye ni abra Ghana for ye ni resource no aba be china TV so then this knows they have lost we have our result. They have their results.
Yeah.
We have won the election. Nobody. What you mean? Na the na yembe bufu kura ahiyagba no jana chode se.
Teacher.
Ahiyagba sa atam kuta results a onum se. Munya 38. Na chiri minum kwan etumi jump kura ba se 41. No asa
38 no.
38. Well, ye ho hwenyi.
2 na ba 2.2 na ba ka.
2.2 na ba ka. Na yesa da sori ye nuru ba bia o dollar ekofo ye tifi wo so asa binim wo mo nye sika de man se sika no ho ehyehyem paase oso moje omu hu de omu di sika ne ye no ma fa cameraman si wo mo so o se people's forum no ma cause sa constituency women organizers me no miensa
wo su nimbi
o minim agata ba kwa no te jefe agata di o te ne je agata o ba school fees kra wontua
ha
sika na no na okodi ye
public forum lady na waboduku blue
jefe agata agata no ne yes adwuma ekwi agata hweme ne di no agata hweme na o ma kotra na kwasi akeka goa wo mo sponsors ne so mo face cam mo movie because mo say adwene ni mo now enne baby Ghana wo no enkofo na ni atie o no na ma benefo o party ni mo kasa say na da mo boda bana say ade na ekoye na mo beboa say enkoye ni nyina ho ntoye no mo se mo de mo different Ghana. Se office dollar na ekofo enye ma wo a udu forest bureau no aka chop se media me pen 70 cedi ni e fa de ma wo fuel ya e ba fo wo se enwu nya se ba fo mo a okokodu filling station no aka se media me ya bibi ni me pen 23 cedi a liter ni e fa ma kwa bra we asem na ye ni ye ni pen no down sa no ye kwa
it is on pen on pen 10
no de on pen 10 akwa
o se mumma me 25
o se start say be police o mo do filling station o se bu mo 23 cedis a liter and mo hu o mo for mo 23 cedis ni ehun se sankofo die o mo ye very okay with the old price ni e to na ye
o mo na ye patriotic citizens
patriotic enti o mo ye people's forum
mo ton 25
people's forum die mo fa bibia la board dan dollar na nam 17 later na nam we no mo fa mo sa na ye ni ayese ye pegana ye no ye ngoto
na wontie aya miracle asema ye onu ye se no ne miracle sabuaje
I'm saying Asiano na there is nothing miraculous about him ye dey pa na ya nwomode ba no
ye se ni nimpa wo ho
sa ho
na so Facebook obi be boarding bi
di na nkasa ho
obi be boarding bi
sene wo si bi gu party no evat na mitume dwene ho ase no no say you communication director for the party and that's why for him because me the minimum say Yagba the NPP communication director and I was sano
say miracles na a communication director for the campaign
for
2024 elections for Bawumia
and mo we campaign money flag bearer we told ni role ni say or no role ni say ana Yagba no so role ni say
Ayagba ide mesina simo mobo
Bobie
na sem ye mobo
na ma ngoda ye chinchim ne nsa
hwe no panaju domidododo
eno ni asem no Kwabena so ya hasewe wanu ya tata wanu o
man
kadi kra chefo wan kadi kra what you say no mo yi nesin je
asma wa raise na ye serious o
said the road ne say wo ye dey wo party nim sesi a because a party a ye omo communication director no won kasa o ana obi a only role in the party and the Casa representative.
Because now the 2024 elections
it's over.
It's over.
Who the flag bearer crown one Kasebia or Kasama? Then we want flag bearer crown. And then a flag bearer communication director. Ebe overshadow parties.
And now also your program also a friend who communications director.
Because to him no party no and no need the Professor for what they can. Or we a fake. Fake people. Kasa bibia emfa ba omia side no. Monka party omo yo mafrim. Anything and no mabenya virtual members.
That mean I say Anyagba or Baumia side.
Dabi Anyagba, Dabi.
Where Baumia?
Oh, Dabi and so Anyagba go there. No, we are in the film. What was that branch here or what wound to miss or very communication director?
Yeah.
Oh, I am refinity. Yeah.
Gordon.
I am
so on the won't to the neighbor.
I tell so on the baby. Nasa no.
Well, no, ya crache miracles.
I told about the trail. I honestly about the communication that our party with the NPP already.
Well, no.
Gordon is your communication. The communication director of the new patriotic party. God has already a party. Wait. And that is the extent of damage to the new patriotic Nana People's Party.
Aha. I miracles Abuaje. Say no muso di Edward Abuaje. Edward Abuaje.
I don't Edward Kodiboni. Sa okaya.
Because na me no ye ibi o Facebook and independent by Jino Edward Abuaje. Okwa wa me.
Wa me ya ready no kai say Lawrence. James
Lawrence J.
Aha, and also yeah, see James. It's ye. Na damage omo koso no. Omama nkokora nyina ye ma wo party no na nka party a enimguase e ba enya nimguase keto wo ena enya saban ye ba ye no wo ye de e weza mo obon homode na gotumi afa camera si wo so ena na so wo ye people's forum one people's na agata ofa agata frequency abeta no waboni ai agata hemenim
ya uti the lazy ajo ena na me wa sempa na James Agaga me ye ni interview bi say na say John Tifie eotie na ofre Dominic say o Dominic Fanento so o de to so Bobie na so fa sagata o sagani sagase na so fa your friend James Agaga why Agaga or the Agata or the Agaga bia kwase some media na the ababe jira or the Agata or the Agaga
hey agwa hey
ogoba Agata
ba that embedded was a camera so go this emunu no the camera see the so afidie what all le chai ne kromo hano kwamne so man go here who here lejo
edam funyan
obi abeka na adwira kiro Ghana ne baby eduru no obi anim left or right o
engola no krade se so mani bra bre no
say ebeche papa sana Ghana for refi sa mena na esi wo no dollar modi e ko ebeche buru enya na asemu
na say sami jamfi no mo kopa na bo no
se omohu se se a omo ne nemo omo hwehwia baby asemu
ave de no mo de call your friend say Sam George so
me say omoni abrea na because party na gu party ni de gu o
ave de omo say ha ade na Donald Trump ka say no okuje to abla kwa aka bi
omo say do kra na ma yeyi America sisi ade no be di ni kro boss sisi am register go for some permanent resident la wo de we Ghana ni anya fa la ade lechim hey na when you almost akosua brofo kakra no why is the government pushing $10 billion into the if the government didn't push $10 billion into the economy the city will Jimmy any enya ahungaji le jamore na bawo dollar ho na so be dollar commercial bank ama here enti mo na just dollar no na monton
say no ma sada
enya mo ngasiafo
say no ma sada
they are not serious
na Bob King crowd de na ye me ya na me tie Bob King sa onko ya sami bronya
o say ri ho
o ya sami bronya nam so boa
you refuse
asem na Bob King beka ai galamse good no ana sami jamfi tutoto na mse na say galamse inkura yitu na so mutu no de go da kwa na sami jamfi so mo fa nko
na meji a enye no you see my culture say kwabne yes, I brofuna ya omodi beating kofuno. Omo can local language and kofo chase kofo.
Ngoma bu omo.
Say the bienta because ngofo bi dey run away wo so omo ba.
Omo pe Joy Saturday.
Ah, bo so brofo mu odu.
Omo pe TV3 Saturday.
Brofo mu odu.
Na ka omo be ka no twi ya.
Be say
ka brofo bu omo ko.
Ala say strategy you have it baby tie.
What we say Herbert.
Chata oba kotokoro.
Ayi kura so be bi Egbert Fable.
I wo so ka brofo sa.
Wone ayi akwa na fuka krakai
benefit de bia no
I freeze benefit switch back PCF pen and perform
ko say hey what be tia che
kwasi asem
what's now can mu na
kwasi asem papa
say te ne jaba ke chesu ma so te ke te no so what train by force
how fucking things for us to listen to here
bla
e di brofo kwa ya on say akwa we na say oko PCF MC enu na nim ko gu ase a professor yani tikiti enye de okatwi no na nsen MPP for professor wa baso di oni ayi kokon ye no
one jampo
kokon
one professor donfe oje professor
o doctor
ono
ansa na nsen ni je adum
ono de me wo match ada obehia me akwa we make kan omo asem a almost a research organization they be on the HNL fake post and I'm gonna say me to ana obi afa phone afre me peke ya efre Dr. Domfe we kwasua pa wa jimi pa we kwasua pa woni me oni me o ano odidi matana so hwani I say Dr. Domfe dog na say wo mi ase sika wo phone so ade ne ye nhia amano na no na on ganja we kwase we ya no asan so test me you are a foolish guy you are na say na before we nim nyansa ba kokura
Dr. Domfe no
na I showed him say one day I will get him mano amano
Osfrey di watem send
I send him a message me phone no ya na sa message na ye delete o say settings no and delete
na che so de okoye jump no o say
da I message me offer me obi si o did offer me no baby o we are very foolish guy we are stupid we are I'm say na ba one na no okikani o we no sa send him message can na so de o mi am take kosuniska one oba na won sa ba na wa hia na wa keka won sem hunu na wo ye de o keka na ye de a kire me ana efiti wo ko enti no woni plan bia
na sense mi un say zato say why wo de eye osuruwisa go bedroom na efe wo sano
ka che zato so won free emu ano emfa
na say what I san pa
ye be sankofo ye mankofo ye ma ye wura mfide ato e wo man mu da kwabra ye ma ye wura mfida ya me refida
ya ka ka ye ho saa
e wo se ka na mo ya ka ngofo na mo so mo ka mo ya ka mi o
ya ne kwa mta wi ase bi
ya kwabra ana me ka kiro no ye di sa ministries ni beto mo ti mo refi ni o na mo be kai
kwa mta wi ani bre odi akoto ka kire ma bragu nyina
bragu
ase ni
kofo bi won mo heat of the moment ebe si 2024 kwamna edure bia bebe fia
odo ye wobra
mitumi hwe woni mitu se wo kom kwamna kom mitumi hwe woni sam se
me bra de every 2008 me na yo
mitumi hwe sam se na bebe ni eko
2000 me free every 2008
kwamna na visa kamuba ya only the first person wa appointment na ga me na ka project
maye
wo ko ye menye ni anu on makobi
maye se tab
mi ko bi o mu pele bi ma o se na kom na
so mi ko mama mi bi o eja
ayi hono
de o ma ye mi o mo ye mi de bi
o mo fa so
o ma ya de dodo
o mo fa so
ya mi nsira wo mo
na nko na de bi a beti fa wo nko ya be
eja yo jai
afi we me ma up to April so mo anya ye be se one boxer
kakra do kra hwe mo ase age afri bi
se o ba sa je me je do no mami ja
se maye me private jet ns
why your private jet
no me private jet
ya o te hu ni se de o te
me private jet na se kra so kra no o hwa me ko abrochire basa ai
sa no buka e wo krom
na se kra so
che ya sa tumapo e officer da o
mama ke jagu obese agro no yanko sweetheart boni ya mebo we ni fro ate to me say 5 minutes ana
yebetim dia tf
dia won fe me
kwa me trade
dia won fe me
Commander say cafe na mbem wa fisha pa.
O de wo no. Kwa me mo ade me hu de we neighbor.
We ya ne we bi no. Commander fisha pa me jimbro nya ade.
Me de be mawo.
Me wie na wuni ha.
Ma me me so me de be mawo.
Mo me kasa madama.
Yango.
Yo, abusiafo me beton ade nti wadama fa afidie ni fa meketua bi dwumadi aka no yede beto so e dia ma Drivers International Link Travel Consult Limited Company won mo kire se wo riders ya wode won mo ekwa abrochire won office e wo Kesema Ghana Airways wo se wo pa adwuma e wo Dubai Abu Dhabi bo modian se be fresh number 0245 864-576 and now 0246-513-850 and now 0552-224-651. The over here son of a water office a valid passport a ejinane na so de tiapo and on passport picture background near white na uni motor license no problem we will be so afabra now the police reporter ka ho na wanya medical reporter a free government hospital bi awodam na wako wono machi kwa Kesema ya no ewo Ghana Airways na wono ma asejumedie na se dia ma tontina 74 mixture edro papa ya etunyarwa hodo asiama wo typhoid fever kidney na ya wo hepatitis B abdominal pain STD chest pain high blood pressure blood sugar bad breath ulcer just say nyarwa tontina 74 mixture etu ase ya HIV ni asthma fro nyina keka ka ho bi cancer ya hwan ko pese dro bi etoba bi eto dro bi a pharmacy any herbal shop mo obenya bi atoni doso promo ayenko kan shi drug lane no shops ahodo bi akabia tontina 74 mixture obenya bi ato na waton 0246-073-498 and after 0501-628-931 na koko 2 ni doso promo san say tontina 74 mixture any adra Ghana hase yedi kan register ye ewo South Africa ye de bo ye ho ensamrane ye kwoto asosiam ye ni suade huna bem hard builders fonsa say edo ene papa no mesrel say bra hard builders real estate near ma wonsa say ewo dawalo chubua ningo chopoli and afesha hills where the 50% beba beto ase de aka ne be mo afia na sa abusumi nsia na wo de atria dawansa 30,000 lo chubua ye 20 which are 20,000. Shy Hills 25,000 and 30,000 and in Gonsa say 30 to 35,000. Hard builders say woman say there four so and a month will be any home flexible payment and also one kasa when it them did kind to ya number near 0241 665 200 and 0540 226 276 and 0256 064 492. Obo refrigeration and air conditioning wasebra na wonoma aye trusted partner e basa ye install air condition yen service ye repair anase mpoyem ton a wonom ene apabene no ba cho bebre say bia we refrigeration e ho aba sam ana we fridge ana air condition e ho aba sam fa ba na wonom enye ma problem ni bi aye water leakage obesolve am air condition installation obeyam gas leakage repairs papa one of any pabinero and our face so one more a professional pipe and conduit work where ye pabine ma what to say yes one of my juma one number a 0558 298 313 0558-298-313 enti wo air conditioner na wo fridge no asai si wo se wunyu obi man repair ma wo no frɛ obo refrigeration and air conditioning for na wonom mmemme ma Ghana hat say dear wo project ahodo nyina bi a wo frɛ wo man tempestuously wo baba ama ho atowo upon senior drone no any imbus herbal mixture na eyawo number 1 immune booster brown na ama wa posifo anasrafo ya ekuti anyarwa hodro wo nipadua mu no tempestuously wodom anya hode apabene so ama paso agina na yade bia ba wotumi ene no akoate yade be na abe ye kwankro ya abeda wo so imbus ebe imbus 2 ama ho atimi atɔ papa ba bia ye to aduro bia say ye pharmacy shop drugstores ahodro nyina hospital square junction kwahwe wodom achi kwan ewo ho na afen so nana boache herbal kan shi tema ekus pharmacy Wedama pharmacy wa Shaiman Kingswalk herbal kan shi and afe Tenatet herbal baby to adru bia Imbuso for opposing near drone body and one more biato 0246 208 496 ebusuan 0246 208 496 and 0540 710 113 Oppose near draw Imbus Herbal Mixture eno no but cho brenya no ye the Ginny rice and the day na ye gusua ye the Ginny rice to anamo promotion no I know enyan try and I say tron try ye but body answer kwakwaje 4.2 kg bag of Ginny rice udru dwanu kwamu dia wo pomo ata to Ginny rice sanse no na de na ube yesu besenya chede pafu e de aka ho ye ma brand new fridge washing machine smart TV gas cooker any de kaka ho na de so kese pa no all expense trip pay trip to Dubai I wo kwa kwahwe ni so ade wo Dubai Ginny ankasa ebetua ho kanyina ba bia beda de obedie de obedware de obese de bibia wo fa ho ka na wo de wo akọ Ginny rice food and drugs authority ajatum say yeni na emo papa the amidi wie every MTN for ho MTN for say ma o shop no man smarter way a wobetumi ede wani esa shop no say wo fie say wo da so otu kwan say wo amrane so wo Ghana ha ba bia wo bia smarter way a wobetumi ede wani esa wo shop no na wa nkobo ka twitwiri die ene say wo be subscribe to MTN Business Eye no MTN Business Eye say wonom aba ede amawo business no be bia say ye Wi-Fi sim connectivity cloud storage solar energy then you know what the na way security a enna wo mo na nimpo no watonkwada empo selite dumu a MTN say wonom business eye no ba be bo papa ama ho etumi ato yie pa na wo be dial 5060 hash and one no with them MTN Business Eye everywhere you go yeah say enamade edwatonde no medi AC e wo citizen show so na fe yade de aka no ato so ama ho etumi ato yie pa na wo be dial 5060
100.5 Accra FM 100.5.
Beba Junior Mengro, my brother won't pay. No one in Adia or Joe Bagrosan. Now, dear, when you mean number Samoa, or what personality natural health care so I ye. And I didn't just say you. Peske, I won't 70 or 10 so Cassimo Boo, who prostrate I can say, I'm on your drone some woman who say yes, stroke. Diabetes, hepatitis B, pressure, 60 yard dear, a future chroma money who, and no more yard the whole was. Oh, won't fit ye pa. Afe oba opesa o hips anasa wo to eya akese ye ho adwuma. Se stretch marks ajo wedi no aboso a ye yi free ho. Berima obema swa a opesa ye pagyamu no. Bra, best care ewo enkran. La Paz, Nyameche Junction, Grand Prince School no achiwa. Kumasi Bantima, G Runabout, your medlab achiwo. Baby ani edan se human rural bank wo mu no a. Se wiyo so empomam ye ne Church of Pentecost ene di hwe animu. Takwa Roman Stores, Yeni Zenith Bank, Edisha Nimu, Sunyane, Yawa Rex, Yeni Total Filling Station, no, and Edisha Nimu, and Atakra, de Anaje, Yebang, Queens of Peace Academy, Yeni Koi Filling Station, Edisha Nimu, Frepes Care, 055 773 8555. Best Care, Quality Hair.
Give us P capsules. A memory. Manum bia ye benemu. Kani metutu ya na minkuma bo asese de. Betu esa kum menia G. Give us P capsules. Give it to me, baby. Give us core capsules so well. E mane meme nyina akoko yade. Sisi yade amamanya yem timotete wo mo no. Yedru no no. Manum bi amama de me ho. Give us core capsules. I give it to you, baby. You give it to me. Oh yeah. Hey. Give us in no. Amen. Ejia bebusiemu papa. Give us P capsules. Ememe wadi infiedu wachode kronkwa na efa. Give us core capsules. Apemfo abata wo mo manufu ne nkwada wo ne infiedu mienu nka ho. Ewo drugstore bia motufonko Give us Herbal Center. Teshi Mobile. And Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and 050 68
FD Ashusha sa ejedi enkrato imu agya to mu se eye.
We are Accra FM 100.5. Accra FM 100.5. FM 100.5.
Papa driver, Maninda Heya, Accra FM, Papa.
Accra FM 100.5.
Accra FM, yani number 1 FM, ewa Accra, Kumasi, any Adesia FM, ewa Kumasi, Tidy FM, ewa Takrade, Sunyani FM, Sunyani, Master FM, Brekum, Instruma FM, and Kankwanta, High Radio,